Hey, new girl. You're kind of in the way. Okay. What is it?
Huh?
Why are you crying?
This just isn't the place I thought it was, that's all.
All right. Listen, I know you saw the homeroom video, but you kind of need to know how things really are here. It's like a hierarchy of things. The mages, we are legit. We are the best, we know it, we flaunt it. It's kind of well-deserved. The elementals, they're badass, but they're kind of hippies. They're all one with nature and all that, but if you want a friend, you should try an elemental.
But I'm not an elemental.
Yeah, I know. The physical guys that you run with, they can be kind of tools. They're all about the brawn, not the brain. You phase, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of lame. I mean, as far as physical powers go. And you're human? You act really human. And you know what the humans did to the Unleashed for decades, right?
Torture, mind control, experiments. Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be nice since you're new, but I'm not one to often give free advice. I'm only gonna say this once. If you wanna survive here, maybe try being less human.
I just want to be me.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
Wait, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Mara.
I'm Charlie.
I didn't ask, but it's really nice to meet you.
So strong, hard to go, shining bright, powerful. It's a new world that we making, no limits and it's all for the taking. Since we're here, let's unleash our full potential. Never back down, no, we never settle. Finally got a reason to be here now. We don't even care how. Let's go, it's a revolution. They said we ain't supposed to be here, here we are. It's a revolution. Unleash, let's go, take the last stand now.
Riftside Academy is quiet now. Small patrols of black-clad soldiers and mech lions patrol the quad and the perimeter of the campus. Occasionally, a surprised or strangled shout is heard in the distance as a student or faculty member is found and taken into custody. Within the central administrative building, Genesis and his DRD plan their next moves. It is there that we find Daniel, confused, released into the custody of Genesis's second in command, Lina. Danny, how are you? They didn't manhandle you or anything, right, boys? And both of the guards sort of nod their heads and quickly leave the room.
Lina, of course. Listen, I need to talk to my brother. What? He's gone crazy. Like he's hurt a lot of people. Lina, can you talk some sense into him? Can you bring him here? I have to talk to him.
He's a little busy right now. He will see you in a bit, but for now, why don't you just take a breath? I can have some water brought over for you. Did you get banged up in the scuffle at all?
Lina, it's me. Why are you talking so weirdly?
Danny.
It's Danny.
Yeah, I know. You've been through a lot. And I don't know what they did or said to you while you were here within all of this. And you gotta understand. I am trying to bring you back into the fold, but from everything I saw, you were fighting us pretty hard. It's almost as if you forgot where your loyalties lie.
This isn't the Lina that I remember from back home. This isn't the Lina that I used to visit every time I went to Omnio to visit my brother. This isn't the Lina who we would go to coffee runs together. This is a totally different...
Yeah.
She's acting completely different.
You know what? Daniel, why don't you roll either assess the situation or pierce the mask for me?
I'm gonna pierce the mask.
Yeah.
Nine.
With a 9, go ahead and ask a question, something that you're picking up via her nonverbal signals to you right now.
Lina, are you doing this because you believe in this, or
Are you asking out loud, or are you trying to like suss this out?
Suss this out. Is Lina doing this because she wants to, or is something else making her do this?
Yeah, from everything you see, even though this seems very out of character for her, she doesn't seem compelled. You've seen what that tech compulsion looks like. She just looks wary of you in this moment. She wants to trust you, but she doesn't necessarily know how to treat you yet. Danny.
What do you... Yeah. Lina.
Go ahead.
What do you want with us? Why are you doing this?
Danny, every time you say us, I get pretty confused. Because us is me and your brother and everything we've been building. And us is not these people who have been squirreling away, hiding out back here, holding back all of their abilities, things that could make the whole world better. And you see she's kind of flailing with her tablet right now, and then she tries to restrain herself. She takes a little breath.
Everything you've been building? How long have you known about this place?
Months. Years. Honestly, Danny, we knew a place like this had to exist. The DRD is old. It's decades old. And we knew that the Unleashed had to go somewhere. And we figured if we couldn't find it, that means it couldn't be found. So it wasn't until a couple months before your powers manifested that we had a sense of where it might be. And honestly, you led us right to it. And thanks to your hard work and the hard work of all of the DRD members, both here and still working outside, we've taken Riftside Academy. And the teachers and the students and civilians, they're all being leashed and held. As long as they don't fight, no one's being hurt. The situation is under control.
I'm noticing how cold she's being about all the people that she's been hurting and taking away their powers, and she's just speaking about it like it's facts and data. Not caring about what it's doing to them.
As you clock that, you notice that every now and then she looks down at her tablet and swipes something. That the couple of peeks that you got of it when she was gesticulating wildly, it is just a wall of data. That's how she understands this. She's not out there. She didn't see what was happening. She's responding to the data. And that's where her expertise and her sympathies lie. Look, I just want to be super clear, in case you didn't understand. You are not a prisoner here. These soldiers are here just to make sure everything remains secure, but you can move about freely. Daniel, you're safe. You're home. And she's going to reach forward and kind of like give you a little pat on the arm. It's gonna be okay, Danny. All of those unleashed, they have chokers now, and you're safe. We're all safe.
I'm not a prisoner. You're not gonna do that to me.
Oh, no. Oh my God, no. The chokers, that's, actually, that's kind of my little touch. We were using bracelets earlier in the first phase of the infiltration, and a couple of the students went to extreme measures, to remove them. So, you can't cut off your neck. Anyway, no, you are not a prisoner. You are fine. And I can't help but wonder, do I need to be worried about you, Danny?
Well, it's kind of weird that you're saying that I'm not a prisoner and you're not going to put something on me, because I don't know if you know about this and this chip that's been inside me for all these months.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you guys had something to do with that.
Oh my God. Oh. Yeah. That's all of ours. It's early tech. We can obviously go back and do some refining and upgrading, but it looks like, and she works on the tablet, and then you see biometrics for you in a readout. You see a small pulsing light, and you very quickly realize it is in sync with your own heartbeat in real time. Yeah, you are still connected to the system. So yeah, don't worry. We can upgrade all of your embedded tech whenever you want. And please don't take this the wrong way. If anything untoward should happen, some of the erratic events that you've experienced in the past can be replicated. Just in case you get any ideas about who us really is, Danny. Do you understand?
Me? Lina, are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. I am saying that as Dante's assistant for this many years, I have to be thorough and make sure that all possible contingencies, even the ones that I don't want or expect, are accounted for. We're not going to have a problem, are we, Danny?
Well, I don't remember giving you permission to put any of these things in my body. And more importantly, I think they don't even work. Because guess what? They just went haywire a few minutes ago.
Oh, hold on. And she goes back and researches this for a long minute. And while she's looking up data on your chip, can you roll and assess the situation for me?
Seven.
Yeah, with the 7, I'll let you ask a follow-up question, but the information I want to give you is that you can hear a very familiar voice coming down the hallway. It's the voice of your friend Charlie. And as she approaches this silent room, as the door is opening, Lina looks back up again and says, oh, it looks like, if I'm being super honest, someone was tampering with it. So yeah, if it goes haywire, maybe don't mess with it. I don't know what to tell you, Danny. Don't touch it. Just leave it alone, and everything's gonna be you again. Charlie, Lina is staring daggers at you.
Daniel,
and goes from a relaxed posture to standing up and proper.
Daniel, you okay? Where did they take you?
They just took me to the headquarters with Lina.
He's been here and safe.
They didn't do anything to you? Are you sure? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Why would we do anything to him, Miss King?
Well, he's one of us.
Sure. He definitely is. One of you.
What are you getting at? Do you know her, Daniel?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to explain myself to you? You're not an intern for Omnio anymore, little girl. And I have never answered to you.
What is this?
Yeah, I've known Lina for a while.
You know her?
Listen, Lina. Are you saying that there's something that someone purposely made this ring go haywire?
Danny, now's not the time to have these kind of conversations. So why don't we table that while we deal with Charlie, Miss King. And she nods at the guards, and they both squeeze you very tightly and sort of like move you off to the side of the room.
Hey!
And she gets very close to you. So Daniel, you can't overhear any of this. And she just leans in and says, "You did a really good job. You did the right thing. None of this would be possible without you and your sacrifices. But even if Dante doesn't see that yet, I think that you've outlived your usefulness. So why don't you just wait over here with these two fine soldiers of the DRD, and we'll see what's to be done with you." She turns around and walks back and starts going back to her tablet.
Daniel, you're okay with this? With what they're doing?
Right, you know her because of your internship.
Yeah, she works for Dante. What are you with them?
At this, Lina looks up and is sort of watching you both. Her eyebrow quirked.
She said that she is in charge of this ring and this chip. Lina, listen. Can you please just take me to my brother, okay? Can you? I'm thinking and I'm realizing that the best way out of this scenario is to talk to my brother and to get Charlie away from this as fast as possible.
Can you roll a pierce the mask for me?
Nine.
9? Okay, with a 9, I'll let you ask a follow-up question. But the thing that you see is Lina's contempt for Charlie in this moment is palpable. She doesn't like it, and she seems to she's increasingly concerned about you the more you interact with her. And the best thing you can do right now is get Charlie out of Lina's eye line. You need to kill suspicion.
What will Lina do if Charlie sticks around?
It's less about what's happening with Charlie, but she's not just gonna let you go talk to Dante directly. Not until you've earned her trust somehow. Does that make sense?
Yes. Lina.
Danny.
I'm not gonna give you any, I'm not gonna fight against you anymore, okay?
God, thank you.
Take me to my brother, and I will tell you everything that you want to know.
Daniel, what are you
Rift.
saying?
Charlie, 1 second. You say you've known about the rift for months, but you've never been here, right?
Oh, no, this is my first time. Thank you for asking.
I've been here for a while. I know a lot about the rift. I can tell you whatever you need to know if you take me to my brother right now.
Daniel.
Don't listen. I don't know who this is. I don't know who you brought here, but this person is not going to help you.
Huh.
Daniel, I came here with you so you wouldn't be alone.
Excuse me, Miss King. No one is talking to you right now. Daniel, I need you to roll to provoke someone with advantage. Because she wants to believe you. She needs to believe that the Danny that she remembers is still in there.
10.
with a 10. Your words reach her, and she looks over at Charlie and over at you, and then very slowly gives you a smile.
Lina, you know me. I'm a human. I'm a human. You can't trust any of these. You can't trust any of these powered people.
Oh my God. It is so reassuring to hear you say that. Absolutely. Can you just take a seat for a second? I'm going to deal with this, and then I will get you in to see your brother as soon as he is available. Are you sure I can't get you some coffee or some water or something? And she has completely changed her demeanor towards you. And she, with a casual flick of her fingers, gestures, and Charlie, you are taken into another side room.
Hey, Daniel, hey!
Wait, stop. Listen. You don't want to take her anywhere. She's nobody.
She's okay. Danny, I understand that, and she will be fine for now. Look, she's got her little wrist leash on. I wanted to switch it to a choker, but you know, Dante and his pets. Well, if she does at least 9 other Unleashed have attempted out of desperation, I can't be held responsible if things get, out of hand. And as the door closes behind Charlie, she looks at you, gives a little smile, and the camera moves away from this scene. And we move across the city to a dark hallway near Riftside's far end of the campus, where Mara, someone grabbed you in a dark hallway and pulled you away from Fee. And having spun off to face you, all you can see in this dark hallway is the familiar glow of green as someone, a mage, is preparing to cast a spell at you. What do you want to do?
Shove them away. Is Fee still in my line of sight, or we branched off?
I will give you, so you saw yourself kind of pulled into a side alley. If you want to check back over your shoulder, because you were spun around by this person, if you want to check back over your shoulder, you absolutely can.
I would love to do that.
Go ahead and assess the situation for me.
Okay. All right, I rolled a 7.
With a 7, you're able to hear her footsteps. She's picking up speed. Mara, you know that she thinks that you're right behind her, and with a little bit of open ground in front of her, she thinks she's safe to keep going. But you don't really have time to react, because in that heartbeat, when you went to check for Fee, instead of paying attention to the person in front of you, I would like for you to take a powerful blow as you were hit full force with a massive blast of green energy.
Okay. I rolled a 2. I got 2 not ones.
You're
That's
supposed
good, right?
Well, are you using your custom move, or are you doing your normal? Or are you doing the standard?
Well, from what I assume, this takes me off guard. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't really have time to steady myself to it. I wasn't expecting to get hit this hard.
Okay, so if this is a standard take a powerful blow move, you rolled perfectly. Mark potential for missing the roll. And yeah, you get hit with it, and you hear a little, can you just, please don't make this a thing. And you recognize that voice.
Emma?
Oh, God.
Emma, what are you doing?
I have to, I'm so sorry. Please, can you just, hold still for a second? I promise I won't hurt you. And she's gonna try to cast another spell at you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna throw up a barrier. Immediately.
Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers for me.
I got a 12.
Oh, that's a really good roll.
It is.
But I have a hard
Don't
move.
say fun.
Yeah, I have a spicy move. Thank you, chat. So you throw up a really good barrier, but it's not a defense against a bit of concussive energy. And in your confusion, in your startlement that Emma is the one attacking you, you forget that her specialty, as she said time and time again, is hexes. And a different kind of barrier is required. And as you watch throwing up this barrier, her green seeps through yours and hits the center of your chest. And it's warm and it spreads like a cup of chamomile tea. And with an almighty yawn, you feel yourself succumbing to Emma's sleep spell.
Emma, why are you doing?
I promise I'm not trying to hurt you. It's gonna be... Ransom, shut up. It's fine. I took care of it. And the last thing you see as you lose consciousness is Emma trying to squeeze around your actual like green physical barrier that's still up until you completely lose consciousness. And she kind of starts to kneel beside you and scoop you up. And that's where we'll leave you for now. And we're gonna cut back in the direction that you knew Fee was taking off in, Mara. And we pick up again at the wilderness beyond Riftside Academy. Fee, you are alone. Safe, but alone.
Oh no. She was just here. What happened? Did you trip and fall? No? Okay. If I'm alone, what should I do? I should find Mara. I should...
You hear
Can I
a
assess
little...
the situation?
Yes, please.
Okay. I got... an 11?
With an 11, you can ask a couple questions about your environment or whatever you are focusing on right now, but I will offer for free that you feel a little buzz in your hand coming from the light source you were using to avoid tripping on the roots and shrubs underfoot. From
Lou's
Lou.
never done that before. That's weird. Huh. Do I know why Lou's buzzing?
As you turn it over, you feel that it's somehow warmer, somehow heavier, not in an unwieldy way, but that there is more to it than that. And the light resolves into a small face, and you hear, for the first time, a voice respond. I wouldn't recommend heading back, no.
Lou! Wait, Lou?
Yes.
Have you always been able to talk?
That's a difficult question. Fee. You prefer being called Fee here, correct?
Yes, always Fee. Never the other thing.
Noted. I have
Wait,
always...
what? Oh. I'm so confused right now. Wait, Lou, check my vitals. Am I losing my mind? Did I fall asleep? Is this a nightmare?
You are not asleep, Fee.
Then how are you
Please.
talking to me?
I've always been able to talk. Well, I should have always been able to talk to you. I've been here to protect you. But the rift, this place, blocks my signal, holds my entirety from me. I am more than what you see and what you hold, but I can't quite reach it yet. But I have enough strength now that the rift has flickered. Enough of me has gotten here that I can speak to you.
My mom thinks of everything. Wait, my mom! Maybe you can... Did you have, maybe we can send a message to my home. Actually, Lou, this is probably... Wow, this is a wild... This is... first impressions. Lou, this is so great. It's so great to know that I haven't been alone this whole time.
You've never been alone, Fee. Even when I could only listen, you always had your friends and your family. Even though they're far, they all still love you and want to protect you. But I'm here now too. And
Okay,
Fee, that voice reminds you, not quite in the tone, but something of the quality of that cadence reminds you so much of your mother's voice.
Dang. Lou, we're gonna save the rift, okay?
Okay.
First, I don't know where all my friends are, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I wish I was a bit more brave in this situation, but everything has gone wrong. So like, I know you said I'm not alone, but we're very alone right now, and things are going really, really bad.
You feel Lou sort of give a little buzz, not in a way to cut you off, but just a reassuring one as you begin to spin up. And then eventually she responds, and a little hologram pops up. That's a tiny map of the area just on the other side of these woods.
Oh.
If you give me a little more time, I can build a better map. I can do my best to locate your friends, Daniel,
Lou!
Charlie, and Mara.
You know them! You really have been listening. Have you been listening to all the embarrassing things I've said?
All of it. We have a lot to talk about when it's safe.
But only
You're
you
a
know
princess.
those things, right?
You're a princess and should not be talking or thinking about those things.
Dang it, Lou. Okay, let's save this conversation for another time.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you some time. I think I'm pretty safe right now. With my assess the situation, can I see what's around me?
Yeah.
Is there any DRD? Am I in the clear? Am I safe?
So right now, as the map kind of expands a little more, and you're using a mixture of like looking down as Lou populates the map and expands it, and just what you can see and hear, you can hear that in the distance, maybe 30 or 40 yards away, a patrol troop is coming through. You can hear boots and that sort of scraping of like the metallic claws of the mech lions. They're close, but they can't see you. You're well hidden on the side, and there's very little light.
Okay.
And the moment you start to whisper, Fee, Lou's light goes a little dimmer, as if trying to also help obscure you. But the map's now populated. You can see all of Riftside rendered in pink and white light. She says,
Woo, this is incredible.
I've been doing my best to reach into DRD signals and the Rift's natural intranet, but
I think it's called internet. I forgot. Charlie told me it wrong, and I can never remember the right way to say it.
it's okay. Charlie lies to you a lot, but we'll once again get to that in a little bit. I have access to the outside internet, and she's said a lot of things. Anyway, once again, a later conversation.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of areas that the DRD has taken, and they've put up Faraday cages, so I can't see it. But that's where I last saw Charlie and Daniel.
But what about Mara? She was just
Fee.
with me.
She's moving northward
Where?
of here. And you see a little green dot, a light on the map, and it heads northward. And then it disappears at the topmost part of the map.
Lou, did you know that Mara's favorite color is green? How did you?
You
Did she
mentioned
just show?
it.
Oh, that's you know. You know too much, Lou. This is not. This is not a.
I will never use it against you.
Thanks, Lou.
Fee, I can get you out of here. We can move through the rift. You can get out into the human world and be safe. And she begins to build you a path outward, southward, towards the actual rift itself.
Wait. No, Lou. I can't go to the human world. I gotta save my friends. We gotta... I don't want to leave.
Fee, this is very dangerous. A DRD patrol is coming. You have to stay hidden. I can keep you safe, but you have to run.
Well, I wanna run towards Mara. We have to... I'm not going anywhere, Lou, without my friends.
I understand. Well, then I will do my best to assist you.
Great, you have a really good flashlight, so maybe if, I'll use my powers and then I'll shine your flashlight in their eyes. And then, this is gonna end badly.
Princess, may I make a suggestion?
Yes, it's Fee.
Oh, okay, Fee. Princess Fee. Can I suggest stealth, please? And not shining a light in their eyes?
Well...
There's a lot of them.
You're right. Okay, so what are you thinking? How do we be stealthy? Have you seen this place? I only hide behind sticks.
Okay, well, if you follow and do what I say, hold on. And you feel a little buzz in your hand, and you see the holographic display has dropped back down into the display, and you see a little arrow pointing to the right. Do you follow it?
Yes.
The moment you follow it, as you kind of creep, it blinks, keeping a pace that you should be matching. And just as you walk away, you can hear the outermost mech lion pass where you were before. It gives a big, bright flash and a hand to indicate that you need to stop. And can you roll to directly engage a threat for me?
Lou! I trusted you, Lou! Oh, okay. Ooh, I got a 10.
Yeah, this isn't a fight. It's just to do something dangerous. And in this way, with a 10, as you work with Lou and never really lean out of your own instincts, you're able to make it out and around this patrol and several others as they seem to be expanding out. And you're able to get past them and move through the wilderness, heading north. And from there, we're gonna cut back to the dean's office. And Dante, who is now standing with Lina, discussing their next plans. Sir, your brother is outside. Everything is secure and things are progressing at exactly the target pace.
Good. Everything's going according to plan. Keep them contained and make sure to separate the unique ones from the ones with more average powers. I want to make sure that when we transport them back to DRD, they're in their best health. We'll need them strong when they're trying to survive the tests.
Absolutely. We've only lost a couple to, struggle. But I am having our soldiers sort them now, and they'll be ready to move out at first light.
Excellent. And any updates on the elders?
As far as we know, they've split up. We don't have access to them all, but all of our intel says that if they are to be found, it would be at a place called the Council Chambers, which is not too far from here.
Council Chambers. All right, well, collect as many students and teachers as possible. We'll need collateral leverage against the elders if they try and do any resistance.
Very clever, sir. I'll have it done.
Give me an update on our two special students.
Daniel, Danny, and Charlie are both in custody. It was honestly easier to capture them than I thought it would be. I'm a little disappointed. You know what? It's not for me to editorialize. They are here and calm, compliant.
Excellent.
I say, sir, according to some of the footage captured on our soldiers' HUDs, Charlie refused to leave Daniel's side. Seems like there's some sort of connection there. And even though he tried to hide it, when they were put in the same room together, it's very clear that there is a relationship there that can absolutely be exploited. Sir.
That's the issue with my brother. You never truly understood how charming he actually is. It does surprise me that Charlie fell for it. Thought she was smarter than that.
Sir, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You gave Miss King far too much credit.
I think you're wrong. I know Charlie is one of the best and probably one of the most intelligent I've ever come across.
Well,
I suspect that Daniel, little brother, I think that he's just trying to protect Charlie.
I mean, why? I don't get... Once again, not my place. Sir, would you like to speak to Danny? We can get down to the bottom of this right now. Because I definitely don't think that he would fall for whatever that appeal is. I don't get it. I don't see it.
Lina, do me a favor and bring in Charlie. I'd like to see him first. Daniel.
Sir, can I ask why?
Lina, I want you to separate your emotional thoughts and start thinking rationally.
Sir, I will bring her in myself.
Thank you.
And with a little nod, she turns on her heel and heads out the door. And yeah, she's gonna walk into that room where you've been held on the side. Charlie, the guards haven't done anything to you. They're just holding you. And with a little nod, they both release you. And Lina just sort of like tucks an errant strand of hair behind her ear. Mr. Aoki would like to see you now.
Am I allowed to refuse?
No.
Figured. Let's get
Are
it
you
over
coming or do you need an escort?
with. No, thank you, Lina.
Follow me. And she's gonna turn and with like a little bit of a, like you hear her kind of sniff angrily. She's gonna lead you into the room, into Headmaster Frost's office, the dean of the entire academy. And she like tries to, Dante, you notice that she tries to stay inside the room after escorting it. She just kind of posts up in the corner and tries to blend in and not be seen.
Charlie, how are you?
Not great, but thanks for asking.
Hold on 1 second, Charlie. I'm so sorry. Lina, I'm gonna need all 5'3" of you to hike up and head out.
I am a strong 5'4". And she just turns and walks out and slams the door behind her.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes she can be pretty tough. It's that pinstripe suit.
Okay. What do you want, Dante?
Listen, I just want to apologize. I know that everything that you've been enduring is it's hectic. And believe me, I had no intention of actually hurting you. And we had to put that leash tech on you just because it was for your own good. Right now, things are not safe. Obviously, look around. Everything's happening so quickly, so fast. People are fighting. Death is happening. I want to make sure that you are safe.
Well, who started the fighting?
Well, that can be answered from decades ago when the rift was created, but we'll get into that in just a second. I'm proud of you, Charlie. I want you to understand that I am actually very proud of you. I couldn't have done this without you, and you know that. Right now, I think that you feel a bit threatened, as if you've been taken advantage of, and I can understand all of that, like I said, but believe me, I appreciate you, and you are brilliant.
I don't believe you. It's a little late to apologize, too. I know everything was a lie, Dante. Even your assistant told me she looked up those stupid riddles. You were just playing games the whole time.
Look, Lina, she's funny. At times she can be a bit chaotic.
I don't find her very funny.
Well, listen, let's just get straight to the point, okay? All of this is to protect us. You, me, Daniel even. Daniel was involved this entire time. Did you know that Daniel helped me plot this?
No, you made him say all that stuff, didn't you? What are you holding over him?
How can I make anyone say anything? Have I made you do anything?
Yes, you did.
You've made the choice yourself of your own free will. My
much
goal.
of a choice.
Well, think about this, okay, Charlie? Daniel and I have been working towards making the world safer and better for all of us. When he got in that car accident, he was concussed. He's got short-term memory loss. He can't remember the plan. So he's been kind of doing his own thing, and we've been making sure he was healthy throughout the process. Now, I know my brother, and I know him a lot longer than you. Also, I kind of need you to be careful with him.
Careful.
He's, you know, those cute dimples and that charming pun thing that he does. He knows how to use them. Don't fall for them, you know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
So what he said back there, that was him. That wasn't
just
you?
be aware of that charismatic curtain that he throws up. Also,
Oh, Dante, I'm going to need you to roll Persuade with best interests.
okay, rolling Persuade. I got a 10.
Oh,
With
perfect.
Persuade with better, it gives me +1 as well. So I got an 11.
Yep, absolutely. Charlie, everything he's saying is wild, but you can't help but think that there's got to be a kernel of truth to it. And in that little moment of doubt, you have an option. If you reject all of this, I'm going to have you mark 2 conditions. If you accept it, I'm going to have you mark a potential. What do you
No.
want to do?
I
No?
don't believe him. I'm rejecting it. I'll
Okay.
take 2 conditions.
I'm going to have you mark insecure and afraid.
Charlie, I wasn't kidding when I told you I needed you on our team. I believe, like me, you've never felt like you've belonged anywhere. You are the future of not only Omnio, but the DRD as well, and you can shape this future into whatever your vision is. A true harmony of humans and the Unleashed.
I haven't felt like I belonged anywhere, but I know I don't belong here. I belong home now with my family, with my dad, if you'd let me.
Look, I know you don't have any faith in me. I've not given you those reasons as of yet, but I want you to know that you are special, Charlie. You're very special. Okay. And you're so special that I've made sure that your father is safe, alive and well.
Yes?
And yes, I told you, I mean no harm, Charlie. I want you to know that he is going to be taken care of financially for the rest of his life because he has helped us move forward with Omnio. And again, the harmony between the Unleashed and humankind. And you, again, are a pivotal step towards this. You're important, just as much as your father.
Dante, you can't just buy me, okay? Just leave me and my dad alone. Let me go back to my friends, back to the Rift.
Charlie, let me ask you a question. Do you think the Rift has no problems? Do you think it's a perfect magical world? Is there any way for us to coexist now?
Not like this.
Think about this, Charlie. The elders take children. They kidnap them from their homes. Against their will. They paint this as if it's the perfect place. But they're not allowed to leave. They are imprisoned. just like how you feel. Do you think it's fair that you can't leave to see your father at any point that you want?
No, it's not fair, but this isn't fair. The way that you're handling it.
I understand what you
There has to be another way.
Charlie, there is no other way. Change must happen. As long as you stay hidden, hurting those people in the human world and stay hidden in the rift, nothing can be harmonious. More people will die. What do you want?
I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Neither do I. I want you to think about it again. Think about what I'm saying.
And as we leave that moment, Charlie, lost in thought, disbelieving, but a seed of doubt is a powerful weapon. And Dante has wielded that weapon with finesse. We move to a place that no one from this group has ever seen before. Mara, as you awaken from Emma's sleep spell, the sight around you awes and baffles you. You're in an unfamiliar room, which is unsurprising, but beyond the intricate carved pillars, statues, and arches that remind you of an open-air Roman villa, you see the purple haze of the Riftside sky, though it seems closer somehow, and it roils and churns with energy. Mara, please assess the situation for me.
That's gonna be a 6.
Would you like to use a +3?
I would love to.
Good. Because with a 9, first I will offer you what this is, and then if you'd like to ask a follow-up question, go ahead. Mara, this is a place you know of, but only from warnings that all Unleashed are given to keep your distance. This is the seam of the rift, the polar opposite of the rift itself, a point of sealing that is messy and powerful. You've seen this place from a distance, but you have never known a structure to exist here. And as you look around the interior of the room, you see Emma and Ransom standing not too far from you, looking down, waiting for you to come to. Emma gives you a little wave. Are you okay? I'm sorry.
Don't talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Don't talk to me.
I had to make sure you were safe.
I
You were
was
being
safe.
chased.
I was safe until now.
You weren't. I just did what I was following orders. I didn't want anyone.
Orders from who? Ransom?
What? No, I would never listen to Ransom. And Ransom,
Well, you seem to
looks
be
down.
working with him quite closely right now,
Okay.
Emma.
Okay, well, it was either me in a sleep spell or Ransom, and Ransom doesn't know restraint. And
Oh,
you see
I would have
Ransom.
loved to meet Ransom in a dark hallway. Trust me on that.
Okay. And Ransom just kind of looks at you and snarls, and his hands flick, and a single little blade appears, a psionic weapon, over his fingertip, and he kind of flips it casualty. I would have loved that too, but someone won a coin toss. Maybe later then. And from behind them both, you hear, enough. Truly. Enough talk. And your eye line pushes a little more into the darkness, Mara, and you see the Supreme Mage Elder sitting there. He sits sort of stiffly on an almost throne-like stuffed, tufted, emerald green chair. And he sort of casually lays on a hand and says, "This is not what I expected as a reaction, if I'm being super honest, Meralda."
You know, it's impossible to underestimate you any further at this point. You are such a coward. You're hiding
What?
out here in the seam while
Okay.
the rift is being taken over?
Okay, hold
Really?
on. And I'm going to need you to roll plus freak with disadvantage for me.
All right. That is a 9.
Okay, a 9 is a mixed success, so I'm going to say you are able to resist the majority of this like magical effect, but you feel a bit of your jaw kind of tighten up as the Supreme Mage Elder tries to literally shut you up. And it's a little painful, but you're able to push through. You're very good at pushing through restrictive magical effects at this point. And he just kind of gives you a curt, we're not going to talk about this right now. Emma, Ransom, thank you, I guess, for your service. Can you please give Miss Greer and I a moment to talk? Now. And Emma kind of like jumps and immediately starts walking past you to leave, and Ransom slowly saunters by. And Emma kind of just gives a little, I'm sorry, I did what I thought was best.
Shut up, Emma.
What? Okay, that felt like a lot. And she's just gonna kind of move out of the room. And you are left in a room alone with the Supreme Mage Elder. But we're gonna come back to that moment as we jump right back across again to Dean Frost's office, or should I just call it Genesis's headquarters now. And Daniel, you're kind of off on the side, listening. You hear what the soldiers are saying, what they're reporting to Lina as they come in. Can you roll to assess the situation for me? It's more of just a raw superior roll to see what you notice.
4.
A 4? Oh, thank you for the hard move. But go ahead and mark a potential. With a 4, all I'm gonna give you is that you hear, at some point, the sort of mechanically masked voice coming out of one of the soldiers as they lean down to speak to Lina says, another 20 casualties. And Lina looks up and quietly, but not quietly enough that you didn't hear it, sighs and says, within acceptable margins. And then she turns towards the door as though hearing the end of a conversation. Danny, come on. I think it's time for you to talk to your brother. Okay?
I'll come.
What's wrong?
You know, I'd rather ask my brother about this, Lina.
I understand. You haven't spoken in so long. That's all. And she sort of turns. You see her expression, that like thinly held veneer of professionalism and cold reason is dropping now. She's stressed by the situation for more than one reason. But she leads you back, and after walking through a couple hallways, you open the door and see your brother standing behind a massive mahogany desk. And Lina closes the door, leaving you two alone to speak, finally.
Dante?
Daniel, I'm glad you're safe.
What the hell is going on? Huh? They told me that you're trying to take over, that you've been lying to people, that you've been hurting people. I didn't want to believe it, but there's all this evidence. I want to hear it from your mouth, Dante. What are you doing here? Why are you doing this? I just heard out there that there's casualties. This is a school. There's teachers here. There's children here, Dante. What? Please just This is not actually happening. Just please tell me what's going on, please.
Daniel, I knew you'd be upset. And I'm sorry that things are not happening the way that we planned. But after your car accident, you don't remember any of the plan. You don't remember any of the tactics that we've discussed.
Yeah, the car accident. Yeah, I was with Dad, and something went wrong with the road, and
Yeah.
It was my Dad was hurt, and I had to call you, and that's what happened.
And what happened before that, Daniel?
I don't know. I blacked out a little bit. I used my powers.
Yeah. And what happened before that, Daniel? All of the times that we met, all of the discussions that we had about the Rift and the Unleashed, you remember nothing.
What are you talking about? We never talked about the Rift. I know nothing about the Rift.
As I
Dante,
said,
roll persuade with best interests with advantage.
okay. I rolled an 11 plus 1, so 12.
Same deal. Daniel, the words he's saying are confusing. You can't place them. They couldn't be true, but what if they were? What if they were? If you choose to take hold of this seed of doubt, you can mark a potential. If you do not, you will mark 2 conditions of my choosing.
I am considering what he's talking about.
Good. Mark a potential.
Daniel.
You're saying, wait. You're saying we talked about the Rift before. When did we?
Okay.
What did we talk about? What are you saying?
I'm surprised. I thought that you would be able to handle a concussion much better. I'm sorry that you can't remember anything. Do you remember the reason why we started this? The reasons I told you? No? None of it?
Look, I've always dreamed of a world with superheroes and superpowers. I never thought it could be real. But you knew it was real.
Daniel, we knew it was real. Superheroes are real, Daniel. I told you that by using your big brain and our technology, we could make it possible, and look where we are. I told you that my mother was a high-ranking official at the DRD. She was onto some breaking advancements when she was sent on one last mission where she was captured by the Unleashed. And she was killed in a very painful way. Do you remember the month that you spent being interrogated by the elders? Do you remember that?
Wait, your mom.
My mom was there for months. Not just one, multiple. And she was tortured and she was killed.
But listen, here, during my orientation here, they told me the DRD was a bad organization. They told me that they were rounding up powered people, just like how you are now. Your mom was part of that?
Daniel, let me make one thing very clear. Every casualty today has been in self-defense. We are trying to free the kidnapped children in the Rift. Those who do not want to be prisoners, we are there to help. Just like yourself.
And I'm slowly thinking about what he's saying about them keeping people as prisoners, not wanting to believe him, but I am realizing that they kept me as a prisoner for 30 days.
30 days, and it was only because the hunter came back that you were released. How long would they have kept you, Daniel? What was acceptable to them in order to keep their secret?
I don't know how long they would have kept me. And not only that, I am sadly thinking about these elders who kept me, and particularly maybe even the mages who would act this harshly towards humans, like Dante's saying.
Even Mara, the nicest of them, showed up at your doorstep for some very harsh questioning. Maybe that's what they do to people, even good people like Mara.
Yeah, they're so hell-bent on secrecy that they could use powers on people before they even let them speak.
They leashed her. They held you. And how many times did you guys act in defense of all of Riftside only to be hauled in front of them and degraded and demeaned and punished?
Right, they full-on rule this place without listening to what any one of the citizens are saying. They have absolute rule. That's not exactly the best way to run a place.
It's not. But then the words acceptable margins and casualties creep back into your mind. And Charlie's face, and Fee's face, and Mara's face, and all of the scared students' faces that you saw fleeing around in the night, panicked. And you remember looking at Dr. Abrams bleeding out. And all of this is true, and all of that might be true too.
Dante, I know I know that you've been through a lot. You must have been through a lot with your mom. And I can't imagine what type of hell and how painful it must have been hearing about your mom being treated by these people. But we can't, even if they were as bad as you say, we can't go into an eye for an eye or fighting fire with fire. I heard acceptable losses. You think there's people that are expendable? These are good people, I'm telling you. There's, bro, I'm really confused right now. I don't want you to sink to the level, you know. I just want this nightmare to be over.
Daniel, you're right.
I want to be a superhero,
Daniel?
you know that.
Daniel, can you roll to provoke someone for me? And I'm gonna have you roll with a +1, because in a world of control, a thing that Dante feels all the time, forever, you are his family and you do have influence over him, to some extent.
6.
A 6 isn't gonna do it. Do you wanna use a reroll or a +3?
Oh yeah.
With that, something in your tone, in your earnestness, reaches Dante's heart, reaches Genesis's heart.
Dude, come on, I know you're not like this.
Dante, I need you to take a condition.
Okay. I will take angry.
Yeah. Your reaction to this sudden suffusion of feeling is not one of sympathy or caving. It's anger. It's rebuilding those walls. But they were breached for a moment by him. Continue.
Daniel, before my mother died, the last thing she told me was to take care of myself and follow in her footsteps. When I found out she was dead, I went to the DID. And do you know what I found? I found her research. I found everything that she had learned, everything that they were applying from the Rift, from the Unleashed. I learned that together we can make the world safer, healthier, stronger. I know that the world that we can have can be harmonious, but there cannot be any secrets. It can hide in the shadows. Daniel, you wanted your dream to be a superhero, and we were able to accomplish that from all the research that we collected. Daniel, I want you to remember this. You are not one of them. You are a human. You're my brother. I want you to know that you're meant to be here beside me at the DRD and at Omnio. And to prove that to you, I had our team construct an amazing gift. I'm really excited for what you're going to be able to do with it.
You and your team made something, right?
Yeah, and it's you're already perfect, but it is going to amplify that tenfold, my brother. You're going to be a
I'd be lying to say if I wasn't curious. What did you and Omnio make?
We made you a super suit.
What?
Just like in your comic
here?
books. Yes. Now, one stipulation. One. I see what's going on with you and Charlie.
Charlie, I don't...
Daniel, don't play coy.
I mean...
It's pretty apparent. You're thirsting, brother.
Dante, it's not like... I don't know who you're talking about, really.
Yeah. Listen, there's a tall glass of water, and it's named Charlie, and you're dehydrated. I get it. Listen, buddy. You gotta step away from that, okay? Because... Look,
Dante.
Look, listen to me. I approve with the fact that even though she's unleashed, we can make that work. However, here's the truth. She does not join us. She knows too much.
If she doesn't join us, what do you mean?
Daniel, what do you think I mean? The future of Omnio and the DRD is in your hands to make sure that Charlie is with us, or we are without her.
I mean, I don't think we need her. I don't think we need Charlie. I think me and you and the suit. I think we can do it together. I don't think she's necessary.
Daniel,
these plans.
I need you to just think about this as a businessman. All the lives that you will save. Okay? Stop thinking about how pretty Charlie is. Start thinking about how many lives that you can save, how many other beautiful women that you will be able to save. Because look, man, the world will be your oyster. That doesn't even matter. What matters is the lives that we're saving, Daniel. That's why you want to be a superhero, right?
And in that moment, caught in that ultimatum, we leave Daniel to think. And we cross back to the Mage Sanctum once more, where the Mage Supreme Elder and Mara are finally alone to speak. And you feel that magical effect lessen on you. And his entire countenance sags a little bit in the chair as the weight of everything that he is dealing with begins to bear down on him. Mara, you can speak freely now.
So what's your plan, by the way? Sitting here, be comfortable, while, I don't know, the DRD, which we thought didn't exist anymore, is now terrorizing the campus and taking everyone's powers. But no, you can just sit here and be super comfy and
comfortable? Do you think I'm comfortable? No, I am putting up magical barriers that are keeping us safe, that is segmenting all of Riftside Academy away from the rest of the Rift, where hundreds of thousands of people still live.
I'm so impressed. Oh my goodness. And maybe we could have done this before when I warned you about it. Remember that? I think I did give you a warning. I said there's something bigger going on, and you said, No, here's your leash. Go on, have a good day.
Mara, I took what you said to heart and we looked into it, but the DRD, which for the record, we never believed for a second, stopped existing. It stopped hunting us. Caught us off guard. I don't know how they were able to breach the rift, but they're here now, and there's no room or time to lay blame. Mara, I brought you here to keep you safe, to keep us safe.
Well, I'd rather be out there. With
Getting
people
yourself
that I consider
killed.
my friends.
Yeah, because that means anything. Do you know who you are? Mara.
Of course I know who I am. Why would you ask me that?
Mara, you are important. Not just to your friends, but to all mages, to everyone within the rift. There's more to you than even you know, and even in these dire times, more than I think I can say right now.
What are you talking about?
Mara, can you roll either to pierce the mask or provoke someone, please?
Plus superior orb. Yeah, I'm going to provoke. And that's gonna be a 7.
Okay, with a 7. Is there something specific you would like to provoke him to do, or would you like me to just, vibe with it?
Go ahead and vibe with it. But
Oh
be
my god,
nice,
thank you.
please.
Yeah. He hesitates. He hesitates for a second, and then you see his eyes soften. And he normally holds them so tightly that you can't really see into their depths. But as they open and he blinks a couple times thinking, you recognize that pale purple, because it's your eye color too. Mara, you know you're adopted, right? That's a thing you're aware of? Should start with that part.
I'd be pretty stupid if I didn't know that, yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't want to assume. I try not to overly pry, but I know your real parents.
No, you don't.
I do, because I promised them I would look after you. And I am doing my best to keep that promise.
You're talking in present tense, but I was told that they're no longer around, so...
If you knew that they were, would you have stopped looking for them?
Why are you telling me this?
Because I need you to understand why the things that I do, the way that I am with you, it's strict. And I know it's harsh, but I want you to believe me when I say that I have only ever acted with your best interests in mind, with the mage's best interests at heart. You, Meralda Greer, are so much more powerful than you know. And I don't mean that just because you were able to push through my very well executed leash.
It wasn't that well executed.
Excuse
me.
me.
It was actually very
Excuse
easy to
me.
get through.
It wasn't that. It could not have.
It was extremely easy.
Older, wiser, unleashed than you have been thoroughly and totally bound by my leash. So that's not the problem. Look, I'm sorry. Hold on. Please. May I? And he gestures towards your neck.
Oh yeah. You can remove this. It doesn't work anymore. I'd be glad to get this off.
Okay, honestly. And you feel it begin to warm as he begins chanting low. You can't hear the words that he's saying, even though you know he's speaking as loud as he always was. Part of his casting, his ability is to conceal layers upon layers of magic. Strong magic, Mara, that were put into work, putting on the leash, are used in taking it off. But there's a side effect, as these things often have. The moment you feel the last tendrils of ink and the power along with them dissipate, you are bombarded, overwhelmed by something, an energy, a spirit, a power, a vision, Mara, one being kept thoroughly at bay by the leash. You look around and everything you see is in shades of murky olive green, like you're watching everything that's happening in front of you through night vision goggles, if you knew what those were, which you don't. The scene that you see is unfamiliar, the clothing out of time, reminiscent of the sort of business suits that you saw in movies from the 60s. You are seeing something from deeply out of time. You're looking at a facility, at experimentation. You see a logo, an older version, but still deeply recognizable, a flexing figure over a triangle and the letters D-R-D emblazoned on everything. You see guards, soldiers looking on dispassionately as people, your people, are being actively experimented on. And then you see as doctors, engineers, monsters leave the room, a pause in their experiments. And one of the soldiers removes their helmet and face mask. Shh. They sneak over and begin unleashing, untethering 3 different people. You recognize those people. There are statues to those people, films, a whole day of celebration to those 3 individuals, the original 3. And the human soldier that aided them. That's the difference. That's the thing they never told you. And the soldier leads them through a series of tight, small tunnels, away and through to the edge of a massive facility. And you don't know how many other Unleashed are still within it, but you see them all stop suddenly as more guards show up and surround them. You see pleading between the original 3 and the human that's helping them. You see them shoo the person. You see them dismiss them. And as the soldier reluctantly, but eventually moves away, you see a look of resolution and determination between the 3. Their backs are against a literal wall. And they decide to try something that you now know should never be attempted. And as they combine their abilities, they are at the center of a massive concussive force, a hurricane. You don't have to see how far it extends to know that it rips a mile in every direction. And Mara, you see through the green swirling energy 100 different points of pale purple light flash. You can almost reach out and touch them if you want, but they're suddenly extinguished, gone. Everyone around these 3 is gone. Only they remain around the ruins of their making. And they look in horror, but continue out and away to where You know where. Because you're here now. Because they succeeded. In leaving, in fleeing, in finding a few others, creating the rift. And it's there that you are suddenly pulled back to yourself, Mara, as the vision fades, as the leash is gone, and as you know the truth in a way that only 3 others in existence ever have.
You're all liars. Every step of the way, you just can't stop lying. Everything has been built on lies.
I don't know what you mean, but I promise I can explain. I can make you understand.
No, I don't want to hear anything else from you. I don't want to be kept safe here. I have friends out there that need me, that are in trouble. I have classmates who no longer have their powers because you want to sit up in here and think that you're all high and mighty because you've put up a few barriers. Well, you could be doing more. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there and do more.
Mara, I need you to roll, plus your freak, at disadvantage. You are now very much yourself again, and I don't know if you've ever been as emotionally compromised as you are now.
I rolled a 10. With this.
With a 10, you are powerful as the Mage Elder says, and the room begins to fill with a pale green light. And the Elder looks around, sees you passively gathering energy, and he goes, "Wait, no!" And in that moment, we cut back to the wilderness, back to Fee and Lou, navigating, evading the DRD. Fee, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling so mixed with emotions right now. Up until this very point, I thought I was alone, and there's no way on earth I'd ever get to hear from my family again. And the thought that my mom, she's been with me the whole time. She never left, she was never gone. She was here. She was in Lou. I'm filled with so many different emotions. I can't wait to tell my friends, obviously, because this is so exciting.
Fee, as your heart races, Lou pipes up. "Excuse me, Princess, Fee. Are you in distress? Your heart is erratic. You are perspiring.
Please stop. Why do people always point that out? Is it so obvious?
You are damp by nature and by earth and unleashed standards.
I'm thinking of so many things right now, Lou. I know you're not personal thoughts tracker right now, but
I'm here to listen. If you want to speak, we are moving successfully northward.
Okay.
But I'm more than just a diary, though I'm happy to be that too. I'm supposed to be a sentinel. I will protect you and listen and provide counsel where I can.
This is amazing. This is crazy. Lou, I guess I just have so many questions, and I don't even know how I'm going to explain this to everybody. Am I going home?
Is that what you want? Hold on. And it gets really quiet. And before you can answer a very big question, you feel the buzz as Lou alerts you to another DRD band that's coming and moving through the woods.
Oh no.
Please roll to directly engage a threat. It's just plus danger to see if you successfully evade.
8?
An 8's gonna do it. There's a little bit of a snap of a twig that you can hear all of their attentions turn, and Lou points you in the direction of a small, like, it's not really a cliff, but a little area that you can hide out for a couple minutes and be safe while the patrol scans the area and then slowly begins moving away. And she pipes up again. I must protest. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
We could go to the edge of the rift. I could get you out and away and have a better signal and take you home. Do we need to keep going northward?
You could take me home right now?
I could try. I have to keep you safe.
Oh my gosh. In this moment, Fee's... Didn't even know that was an option. I think Fee's... I've given up hope that I'd ever get to go home. And I've really found a place in my heart where this is my new home and my friends. I couldn't bear the thought of losing them or leaving them, especially at a time like this. Lou, this isn't the way of our people. We need to help. And then maybe we can revisit this conversation. But I need to
understand.
save my friends.
I understand completely. We are close to the last known signal for Mara.
Okay,
Continue this way.
all right.
And with little more than a digital hunch to go off of Fee, you head towards the seam to find your friend.
You know, things would be so much easier if you just turn yourself into a speeder. Or one of those cool mage cycles with the light-up wheels.
Lady Fiorikai, as I've told you before, I am unable to access my full catalog of abilities.
Please, don't call me that, especially in front of my friends. Just Fee is fine.
I detect an elevated heart rate from you at the mention of your friends. Is everything all right?
Humans are just so complicated. I'm not sure how everything got this messy.
Noted. Your elevated heart rate is a direct result of the complex feelings you have towards your friends. Do you then have highly complex feelings for Mara?
What?
There is a distinct correlation between your elevated heart rate, increased perspiration, and flushed skin when Mara is within the vicinity.
I don't get that sweaty.
Does her presence cause you distress?
Distress? Well, not distress. Exactly. It's complicated.
Noted. I will label your relationship with Mara as complicated.
Relationship? Can we go back to the part where you turn into something really useful that will help me save all my friends?
As I stated before.
Come on! Maybe I just need to use the right voice command. I, Lady Fiorikai of the Lumens, order you to transform into a light sword, shining bright as the sun.
Searching for phrase shining bright. One entry found. Now reading personal thoughts entry number 346.
Wait.
Dear personal thoughts tracker, I need to borrow Charlie's notes because I wasn't able to focus all class. Mara sat in front of me. Her hair was shining bright. She looked so...
Okay, that is not what I was asking for. Forget it. Let's just keep going. I'm so hungry. I would end someone's life for a snack right now.
You would commit murder?
Oh, no. Not literally. This is just something that humans say when they want to spice up their language.
So, it is a lie.
Oh, no. Charlie says it's flavoring the truth, which is very different from lying. Do you remember the Ross cakes they'd have at Journey's End?
I do hold that information within my knowledge bank.
I would look forward to that all year. My mom would sneak us extras at the feast. You were created and maintained by my mother, correct? So you must have some sort of connection to her.
She had access to my mainframe, and in turn, I was directly connected to her own AI.
So you would know if she really gone?
On the day your people evacuated from Lumeria, Lady Mayerkai's signal stopped. I've been unable to detect anything from her since. She was a great ruler.
Yeah. She was also a great mother.
Lady Fierekai?
Just Fee is fine.
Fee, I sense that your emotional state is under flux. Is everything all right?
It's just strange. Talking about my mother and my planet so openly with someone. I haven't told the others about what happened to Lumeria. I let them believe I still have a planet to go home to. A mother waiting for me.
Why did you deceive your friends? Or is this another instance of spicing up the truth?
No, it's a lie. I know lying is not our way, but for this one thing, I want to be selfish. It's easier to speak of my home in the present tense. As humans would say, a little white lie never hurt anyone.
Well, look who made up with his big bro. You have a nice family reunion?
It's not what it looks like, Charlie.
Really? Because it looks like you're running around free in the middle of your big brother's coup, completely powered up.
I swear to you, Charlie, I had no idea he was doing any of this. I had no idea he was capable of any of this.
Was any of it real, Daniel? You being our friend?
Of course, all of it was real.
So you're just an unknowing stooge the entire time?
Yeah. Turns out my brother's kind of a monster.
Well, he's not the only one that's kind of a monster, Daniel. What are you even doing here?
He wants me to talk you into joining him. Apparently he has a soft spot for you.
Touching.
I'm not with him, Charlie. What he's doing, I can't. I'm gonna break you out, okay? Just hang on a little longer, maybe play along until I can
Until
figure
what? Until you save us? Well, guess what, Daniel? You're not a hero. And I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me. I'll prove it to you. I promise.
Fee, you've been moving for so long now, and where you've been led is a place that you too were told time and time again never to go. The seam of the rift. You see the undulating purple surges of energy. It kind of reminds you of a lava lamp. It's beautiful. And it feels powerful and dangerous. And Lou pipes up again and says, you should see the building directly in front of you. Fee, you don't see anything.
This is,
Yeah, we made it.
Are you working, Luke? Because there's nothing in front of me.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's a big building. You're about to step into the courtyard. We made it. You did it. I'm very proud of you, Princess.
Lou, have you talked to Charlie? Because I feel like you're pulling a prank on me, Luke, because there's nothing in front of me. I don't see anything.
I don't think I'm allowed to lie to you. Hold, please. And I'm gonna have you make a roll for me. On Lou's behalf, as she strains the ability of her powers here, muffled the way she is in this part of the rift, please roll to unleash your powers.
I got 2 6s and then plus a 3, so it's a 15?
That's $1 million.
Yeah, sorry.
That's $1 million. You rolled $1 million.
I rolled $1 million.
And you can almost see it as Lou seems to be pulling this intense, messy, terrible, wonderful, beautiful energy into herself. And the light coming from her screen resolves into the strange flash, and it goes off in your face. And as you blink away the after image of it, you see in front of you a massive building that looks like, you studied this in history, like an open-air Roman villa with beautiful, graceful arches, columns, statues of mages in contrapposto. It's beautiful, and apparently it's been here the whole time.
Whoa, Lou, did you give me your eyes? Because now I can see the building. It wasn't there.
I'm doing my best. There are heavy, powerful energies trying to absorb this from you.
Why? Is it meant to be a secret, maybe?
If I have known anything from what I've observed and what you've told me, it's that all humans, unleashed or unpowered, love secrets. And this is just another one of, I know.
They do.
I know.
They love secrets so much here.
It's their whole thing. It's kind of wild.
It's so weird. It makes things so complicated.
Isn't it?
And it takes so long. It's just
Yeah.
the stuff I've had to deal with.
I
And the
know.
secrets.
I couldn't tell you before, but you were right the whole time.
They always say Laura's right the whole time, and she is
Yeah,
right, but I
no.
was right the whole time too. You know, whenever it says Fee's right, they're just like Fee's an alien.
I'm telling you right now, Princess Fiorkai, you are right.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Fee.
Oh yes, you people can't know that, Lou.
What? Why? Okay, that's a secret. Did you learn that from them?
Shoot, Lou, we got a secret, Lou. We're hypocrites.
Oh no.
Lou,
I
are you
will
gonna
reflect
be
on
mad
that
at me?
later.
Yeah, reflect. Hold it. Are you gonna be mad because I took your eyes?
What? No, I can still. Doesn't matter. Please go. I don't know how long I can hold this up.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I guess I'll just walk right in. I can't believe we have a secret. And
You're just gonna walk right in? Do you just walk right in?
As she's talking to Lou and distracted, she just walks right in.
I'm going to use one of my hard moves now. Thank you. As a massive, one of the statues that you see looks like it should be 100 feet tall, but buried 100 meters down. This massive hand just poking out of the ground. It looked ornamental, but it suddenly reaches out for you and grabs you. And I'm going to inflict the condition afraid. As all of these statues, all of this debris and materia comes to life, and you see a dozen stony, impassive faces turn towards you and begin to move. What do you want to do?
I would like to fight back. I need to get out of here. I need to fight this stone hands. And not in the high five kind of way, in the karate chop 'em in the wrist kind of way. A slap of the hand, if you will.
How would you like to get rid of this handsy hand, Fee?
I would like to unleash my powers, and I gotta
May I
do that
make
first.
a suggestion?
Oh, you got a suggestion? Yeah.
I'd roll for burn. This isn't going to be a one and done situation.
Gotcha.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, yes. Okay, I would like to roll for burn.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus any conditions you currently have marked. I don't think you have any.
1. I'm afraid. You
Oh,
just made
that's
me
right.
Mark one.
I'll add more later. Don't worry.
Oh. Lou. The GM is a real jerk sometimes.
She's
I got
honestly the worst.
I got a 9. I got a 9. Okay.
All right. Yeah, with a 9, go ahead and mark 1 condition to hold 3 burn.
Oh crap. Okay.
She's a whole mess, but she wasn't wrong.
I'm angry.
So yeah, perfect. So now you're afraid and angry, and you have 3 burn. What would you like to do in this situation?
I'd like to use Reality Storm.
Yeah, that feels like the call.
That feels right.
Sweet.
Okay.
So roll plus freak instead of plus danger.
Gotcha.
As Lou, you feel her sort of vibrate happily in your hand. And she
Tickles
says,
when you do that, Lou.
well, I'm excited. I'm sorry.
I'm excited, but I'm
Yeah.
also getting squished.
Okay, well, one thing at a time.
Okay, yeah. I got a 10.
Perfect. Why don't you describe for me what this looks like?
Okay. Oh no. This is the first thing that came to my brain, so
Yes.
we're getting it. This is a giant hand that has me, right?
Yep.
And there's more surrounding me?
Yeah, you're basically you're like in this like beautiful statue garden, but all of the statues are looking at you and headed your way.
Okay, and the statues are just, what do they look like?
They're like people at like 1.5 scale.
Okay. And the
they're
hand
like
is what I'm in.
And
Okay.
Yeah, the hand is like a 6-foot just giant hand reaching out of the ground, giving you a
Okay.
little squeeze.
I would like Fee's eyes to glow pink. And this is slightly weird because Fee's a little bit squished together, right? In the grasp of this this hand statue.
Yeah.
Out of her chest, I would love for a giant water fist to come out. And if it's possible, I know this is a reality storm is a massive explosion. Can this like massive fist just like stretch out in all the directions and just like punch all of these statues around her?
Okay, let me see what I can do with that. I like that a lot. Okay. So this hand is gripping you, and then all of a sudden between its fingers gets filled with this pink, I know it's water, but it looks like light. It's bright, it's viscous. It looks like it's gripping a human lava lamp. And the hand begins to splinter and shatters apart as a massive fist is now surrounding you, but a fist made of your own element, your energy. A bright pink glowing fist of water slowly unfurls as you stand around it. And at your move, you raise your hands in the air and a dozen other fists come up out of the ground and start knocking the statuary out and away. The battle is on, but we'll leave that for now and push back inside the Mage Sanctum, where, muffled from all of this, tucked away, deep in discussion, Mara and the Mage Elder discuss what Mara has just seen. Tell me, I'm sorry, begin again, Meralda. What? You got a vision of the original?
Of the original 3, exactly. And their escape, but you see, it didn't line up with what everyone has taught us. Not at all, actually. Tell me, what is your opinion on humans? Why do we fear them? Where does that branch back to? I just want to hear it from your mouth.
Okay. I know, not just because of being here, but humans are dangerous. They are the reason the rift exists. Mara, they're here to capture us like they did before, to experiment on us, like you no doubt saw. They're dangerous because they're afraid of us. They don't understand us and they will do anything. anything to control us.
Except you're generalizing a lot of people.
Mara, I am older than I look, and I wasn't one of the original 3, but I came here with them. I was freed from one of the other facilities. They found me as a teen, and I was here when the rift was formed, and I lost so many people.
Did they tell you how they escaped? I'm assuming it's what we've all been told. That
Look,
they broke out all by themselves.
I can't speak to that.
I'll stop you from stuttering right there, actually, and I'll go forward with what I saw in my vision. They didn't get out of that facility without the help of a human guard. And that's not just a one-off thing. Humans aren't all bad. There are bad people in every group. And to classify all of them as evil and make all of us hate them when there are good ones out there is more evil than anything that you could describe to me.
Mara, what you're saying is, of course, true. I don't think that everyone is all bad, but I do know that not everyone is the same. The other classes, people, they don't understand. Not the way we do.
What?
What?
The only reason that the original 3 escaped that facility is because a human sacrificed themselves for us.
And you know what? Maybe that was the least that human could have done, as they stood by for how long and witnessed atrocities. You are giving far too much credit for one person, one human that had a singular crisis of conscience.
Maybe you should look in the mirror, because it sounds pretty similar to what you're doing right now with the rift.
Everything I have ever done was to protect us. Miss Greer, the sacrifices that I have made, you will never understand. And that's a burden that I'm willing to bear. But you can't look at me with your adolescent, over-idealistic eyes and presume to understand the forces that are at work, both in here and out there. You don't know. You were raised here, protected,
yeah, I don't know,
sheltered,
because
and
you guys
safe.
refuse to tell us the truth. You refuse. You hide it away. Say that we're the good ones, they're the bad ones, when in fact they helped us. And right now,
helped one time, and you are willing to forget a century of atrocities. Do I need to march you out to see what they have done to our people inside the academy? No, there's probably one good one that had a moment of pity, and you're willing to risk all of us on the whims of an individual in a moment. That is stupidity of the highest order, Mar, and I don't know how to tell you any other way than to stop being so naive.
And I guess I'm stupid and naive because my mind has not changed. I am not staying here with you.
I have been forced time and time again to make choices that are... They seem harsh. They seem extreme. But history will time and again prove me correct. And you will not understand what I'm doing now, but you will appreciate it when you're older and wiser. Mara, you will not leave here. We are safe here, and we will wait here.
No. If you want to try to stop me, then go ahead, but I will do whatever I must to get out of here. Because I have a little something called loyalty to the people that are kind to me, that stick their necks out to me, that grew up with me.
I disagree. You are not loyal to people that have protected your entire life, Mara.
Are you talking about you?
I am.
Yeah, I'm not loyal to you. Obviously not.
What about your parents?
You have lied to me. You have
both sets of them.
Stolen me away. Locked me up in this tower at the north of the rift. Great. Very nice. Well, I have my own wants, and I'm going to go get those.
I appreciate your fire, but the name of the game is survival. There's no other way around it. And if that means we come to loggerheads, Miss Greer, so be it. And Mara, you feel the weight, the gravity around you increase as another mage, a powerful mage, moves towards a resigned but terrible purpose. And from there, we're going to cut back to the Riftside Academy administrative building, to Daniel in his fancy new suit, standing around some guards who are in between shifts, playing it casual. How are you feeling? What are you thinking about in this moment, Daniel?
And as I slide on my glove, this little display pad opens up right on my wrist. And on my wrist, I see this display, and I see on it, it says training mode. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dante. Although, you forget I taught you how to create these computer programs. So I could just have this and unlock training mode.
I'm just going to let you know that right now you are in and around a bunch of soldiers. Do you want to continue this here or maybe slide into a different room?
I'm going to slide into a different room for a second.
I'm just going to let you know that you do have an option here too. With those guards around, you could try to get some intel or go straight to training mode. Both paths are valid. You can do what you want.
I'm going to just disable training mode, and then I'm going to talk to them after that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
As you're kind of playing with it, one of the guards like looks up, kind of gives you a little head nod. Hey, you new to the any pointers? You good?
Yeah. Hey, do you remember that the pin code for these gloves again?
Oh, yeah, it's 1111.
Got it. Thanks.
No one programmed I think it's, you know what? Not here to judge. Doesn't really matter. Like these would fall into anyone's hands anyway. That's fine. They don't even need a little code.
And then as soon as I disable training mode, I see the list of the new abilities that the suit has. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, you want to try out some of those on the next mission? Are you with us? Sorry, I didn't get a list of who was coming with us for the next excursion.
Yeah. And I close down the menu real quick. I'm on the new. I'm on the team. Actually, Dante told me to for you guys to fill me in on what's going on.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm Corey. That's Coop. Sorry, Coop. You go back to. He just. The other soldier looks up and I'm sending an email. Hold on. There's no reception here. And is just sort of looking around and doing the cell phone dance, trying to get a signal. And Corey,
there's actually, I saw you can actually hook up to wireless devices with this.
Yeah, it gets, I don't think they all work. Hold on, I'm gonna go out just 1 second.
Wait, I think I can help you here. I'm gonna activate this little hotspot for you. Try it.
Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
Nine.
Oh, okay, with the 9, you kind of send this little hotspot, and you realize it too, that this tech is strong, but it is still struggling to push through the rift to get to the larger internet in and around the world. And you have a realization in that moment that the thing that was so amazing was that all by herself, Charlie was able to generate a powerful enough system to push through this magical interference. And your mind drifts back to her and your friends and what you actually need to do here. And in that moment, Corey speaks up again. And you he's been talking the whole time, but you sort of drop back into the conversation. The thing about elders, they have weird names. I think they're Mormon. So we have to go get the Supreme Elders. So that's what we're gonna do in 20 minutes. And then hopefully all of this weird purple place will be gone.
Can you fill me in again on what the plan is with the Supreme Elders?
Oh, you're not an active listener. It's fine. So the general mission spec is that we have to push towards the council chambers in order to capture and secure, you know what I mean, the Supreme Elders, whatever those are. And with them, we will be able to finally bring down the rift and, move everyone out, get back home in time to catch the late show.
Gotcha. Thanks, Cor. Oh,
yeah. Wait, what was your name again?
Forget, my name's Abrams. What
Abrams.
is?
Okay.
Have you heard of a recent prisoner? Name's Charlie King. Do you know what's going on with her?
Hold, please. And you see him tapping his screen and not looking over at it. And he just puts it down and says, "That is above my pay grade. I don't really get to see prisoner things. I'm just kind of boots on the ground kind of guy. But I'm up for a promotion. I just want to say that I've been doing some really good work. So if you stick with me, I'll show you the ropes. And then when I move up, you move up. You know what I'm saying?"
You know what, Corey? I'll take you up on that.
Tight. I'm gonna go, do a bio break before we go, because these suits do not handle that the way the schematics promised. Don't pee in the suit is what I'm saying. And then he just kind of takes off down the hall to go find a bathroom. So Daniel, you are now left to your own devices now that those two soldiers have left. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna head over to the science wing to see if there's anything else I could figure out about this suit.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get there fairly quickly. And why don't you roll plus freak for me as you start tinkering with this.
10.
Oh, beautiful. It doesn't take you very long at all. And you see that this, your suit is not gated as heavily as the grunts' interfaces were. And very quickly, you have access to any information that you need, or so you think. So what are you trying to find out or do? Daniel?
I'm going to search for the POWs and search for Charlie's name and see if they're transferring her where she's going.
You see that Charlie is sort of in a file in and of herself. And any notes next to her, you see, are unmistakably scribbled in the margins in Lina's hand. And they mention that Charlie is on her way to go see Dante again. Now, you're in a different part of this building, so the chances of you intercepting that are slim to none in this moment. But you know that as long as she's talking to Dante, she's safe for now.
Okay.
So,
well, if I have any gonna have any shot of doing anything, I'm realizing that Lina can control me by activating my ring again.
yes, she can.
But with the signal here, the signal I'm noticing is the same frequency that is the ring and the chip, which makes sense because they created it. So maybe I can use the knowledge of my past experiments to detach myself from the ring. Maybe that'll somehow make me not be able to go haywire if I don't have the ring on. By deactivating my own powers, but...
Daniel, you are so smart, and not having to guess for once, having all of this information literally at an arm's reach. This will be much easier going than all of your past experimentation. And yes, you are right, all of it will lend itself to what you do in this moment. So please roll to unleash your powers with advantage.
10.
With a 10. What are you trying to do?
Hook up to the frequency that jams the ring from Frito, so I can take the ring off.
You do. You are able to keenly move into that frequency, and you can kind of see in the visualization on your screen the connection between them. The first and easiest one to sever is the one with the ring, the one that you have had to push through 100 times, that incredible pain to disengage the ring. But you also have a sense of how to best go about dealing with Frito if you have adequate time and surgical tools, and probably a decent amount of gauze, if I'm being very, very honest.
Yeah.
But you can turn it off. You might not be able to get it out, though.
I'm going to try to just do the ring.
Good call. With the ring disconnected, you can even leave it on your finger. You know that it's inert now, and that connection is severed.
Huh.
And with it, your access to your powers, Daniel. Can you roll assess the situation for me?
Looks like it's just me and you, Danny DeFrito. I'm gonna assess the situation, you said?
Yes, please roll to assess the situation. I would normally do a penalty for the level of that pun, but I'm being generous.
You know, Lina just reminded me of my name, Danny. Just came naturally. I got an 8.
Yeah, with an 8, as you're sort of moving around the room, trying to figure out what to do next, where to go next, your eyes alight on a big pile of scrap tech. But it's not just scrap tech. This isn't this isn't the dumpster diving you've been doing for the last couple weeks as you try to build and hack and work with your ring and with Danny DeFrito. I'm angry you made me say it. This is a pile of broken, temporarily, not terribly, and discarded tools and equipment from the DRD push into the rift. And in and among it, you see, other than like a tiny little blast mark, a perfectly good mech lion lying in the rubble.
I knock on it.
It, like your ring, is inert.
You gave me a lot of trouble there. Man, it was tough to take you down. We took you down a lot. But I wonder... I try to access where its power source is.
Man, that would take you a really long time if you didn't have a control panel on the arm of your armor that immediately syncs up with it. You access it.
What do you know? Looks like Corn needs a little dog or cat. Corn dog. I like corn dog better.
As you begin to do a cool thing, but you said it in a terrible way, I'm gonna cut this scene. Daniel, you begin to reprogram the mech lion. And from there, we push out and up, back to Genesis's office, as Charlie is brought once again back into the room with Dante. Or is it Genesis? I guess it doesn't really matter which.
You wanted to see me again?
Yeah. How are you feeling? Oh,
what do you want, Dante?
Can you hear me now? Great. Awesome. I wanted to know how you were feeling.
I want to go home. I want to go back to my friends. I want you to let me go.
Yeah. But what do you think about my offer?
I want you to take your offer and shove it, Dante. Everything you said was a lie, and I'm not gonna listen to any more of them.
Charlie, I didn't want to have to do this, but it seems like you're leaving me no choice. Dante is going to walk forward, and he's going to get right in front of Charlie. In a very sinister look, he's going to remove the bracelet that he gave to Charlie.
Dante, a little voice in the back of your head says, restraint. Good. You can get through to her.
Charlie, I see that you don't trust me. And by doing the same tactics that the Unleashed are doing, I cannot win. Therefore, I'm giving you your freedom.
Why?
Charlie, you're young. You have so much possibility, so much intelligence. You have a bright future. And I want you to know that with Omnio, with me, you'll have the best future.
And why should I believe you now?
Charlie, you're no stranger to lies. You've lied plenty, and it's always been for the greater good, am I right? So tell me, what's so different about what I lie about and what you lie about?
Your lies hurt people, Dante. I never meant to.
But you have hurt people. See, this is what I'm talking about. Charlie, look at the bigger picture. The rift is ominous. They control through fear. Do you truly want to help them?
I want to believe that we could have something better.
We can. We absolutely can. And I'm going to show you something. Actually, I'm going to give you something. But Dante's going to walk over, grab his bracelet that he's been working on. He's going to hand it to Charlie.
What is this?
It reminds you so much of the prototype from what feels like 100 years ago when you believed in him, when you believed him, and you felt like you had the whole world out ahead of you.
Charlie, what you have is a mechanism that we at the DRD call a mech I respect, acronym AMIR. It's AMIR. Don't worry, our chief of development, he created that. Don't listen to that. Listen to me, okay? What you have is the example of what can be made when we work together. Great things. Look at the charts. Look at those graphs. They have a purpose. When I was studying your powers, I wanted to see if there was more that I could do for you. Now, using this bracelet, you'll enhance your powers beyond your wildest dreams. And this is only possible when humans and the Unleashed work together. When they work with us. And let us study your gifts.
You can't just force that on everyone.
And what is the difference between what I'm doing and what those in the Rift are doing? Every life that was lost was due to self-defense. We're trying to protect you. Everyone. We're trying to give you freedom. Away from the shadows. Don't you want to live in the light?
And what about Daniel? What does he want? He didn't seem to have interest in me anymore.
Dante, I'm sorry, Charlie, Daniel, what was it, Danny DeFrito? Silly kid. Look, I regret to share with you that he's going in and out. He's dealing with a lot. This is all heavy for him because that concussion, he can't remember the plan, the original tactic, how we were planning on saving everyone. So I had to take matters into my own hand. I had to take that cob, put some armor on it. You know
Look at these references you keep using.
Yeah, I'm just buttering the corner of the cob. It was terrible. Let's keep moving forward. All I can say is, there's something you don't know about Daniel. I love him. He's my little brother. I don't know how to say this. There's something that he hasn't told you, and I don't even think he knows. But I've been holding this secret for a very long time, and I will give my life to protect it, and I want to share it with you.
And as Dante begins to speak a dark and secret truth to Charlie, we cut away and cut back to the mage sanctum, where Fee is in the middle of a pretty interesting fight. And I'm gonna go first and say, 3 of these massive mage statues have you cornered on the side. They're missing big chunks of them. They are blasted with crystalline, frozen icicles of your energy, the evidence of your power and the ferocity of this fight, but they keep coming. And as one of them lifts a massive glaive in the air to swing it down at you, I need you to take a powerful blow for me. But Lou is here and helping. So you're going to subtract 1 from whatever you roll, as she does her best to help you in the fight.
Thank goodness. I rolled a 10, so -1 is a 9.
That's good. Okay. For a 9, I need you to choose 1 from the list. Obviously, there's not really anyone to lash out at verbally.
Could lash out at a statue.
Yeah, you can't give statues conditions. You can just do a hit, though.
Okay.
So you can either give ground or mark 2 conditions.
I will mark 2 conditions.
Oh. What are you gonna mark? And what does that put you at now, Fee?
It puts me at 4 conditions.
Oh, interesting.
I will mark insecure, because I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
And a little guilty.
Okay. So as you mark this, the glaive swings down and sort of traps you in this weird triangle between the side of the building and this massive, ferocious statue. It actually shakes the side of this building and part of the wall collapses down around you, but the statue takes that sort of rubble fall damage. And as you sort of wince up and look in between everything, Fee, with 4 conditions, you look different now. How so?
My eyes are not normal any longer. They're completely lit up in pink.
How do you sound different?
Ooh. Oh man, I don't know.
I have an answer for you. As Lou, your faithful companion, your would-be sentinel, protector, and confidant, asks you if you're okay, registers the increase in your heart rate, the damage that you've taken. You don't realize it, but you stopped speaking English a long time ago. And your voice, resonant, sounds like crashing waves on a shore in a language that no one here has heard for any amount of time. And it rings out and reaches through those open halls and reaches the ears of Mara inside, who's facing off against the Supreme Mage Elder, who says, I see what you're doing, Mara, and these little hissy fits, I don't have time for them. And he flicks his fingers, and a little burst of green energy shoots in two directions. You don't know where or why or what was triggered, but you have a moment to act before you will have to react, Mara. So what do you do as you hear Fee's voice outside behind you?
Do I understand it?
No.
What she's saying?
You don't understand a word of what she's saying, but you know that even through this strange distortion, even through the bizarre language that defies the human tongue, you know that that's Fee's voice, and you know that she's close. So what do you do?
I want to send a rush of energy towards the Mage Elder to try to knock them over so that I can make a run for it.
Okay, go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat.
Got it. I got an 11.
Oh, beautiful. You push, and you push out, and that energy goes and knocks him back and away. You hear him make a loud groan, a oof, as the force of it hits him. It's like a barrier being thrown. But as that happens, Mara, you look down at a pain that you suddenly feel in your side as you look and you see your own blood dripping from the end of a green blade protruding through your side just below your ribs and above your hip. You hear a familiar, terrible laugh. Ransom, spinning his little ghostly magical psionic blades. He is the opposite of you, and you've known that your whole life. Where he is offensive, you are defensive. Where you make barriers and protect, he attacks. And he laughs and smiles and slowly walks around to face you. And slowly, too, the Mage Elder backs away and into the shadows. Looks like we have a problem here.
Yeah. And it looks like I owe you a response.
Ooh, you've got some red on you.
Oh, I want to unleash my powers on this jerk.
Now, we've said it before, and I'll say it again. Leashing does a strange thing to people's powers. And you've been leashed for a long time, Maru. A long time indeed. Please roll to unleash your powers with advantage.
That is gonna be 13.
Oh, with a 13, something is different, Mara. Mages are green. That is the color of the energy you all send into the world, that you manipulate reality with. But while you are a girl of green, your eyes are purple, the same purple as that strange bit of light that you remembered from your vision, that reaching out to people, to bodies, to blood. And you look down at your wound as Ransom laughs, and the ichor turns from a dark crimson to a beautiful, metallic, glowing lilac. And where you couldn't reach that purple energy in your vision, Mara, you feel this. And you can grab it. Mara, you have so much power. And Ransom has no idea what he's in for. You now have access to blood magic. So what would you like to do?
I would like to just look up at him and give him the biggest smile I can possibly muster.
What?
And then hold my hands out like this as you watch this purple, you watch the blood coming out of my side turn purple and metallic, going up my arms and forming into this gigantic sword right next to me. You're not the only one that can fight offensively, Ransom.
What are you doing, you little freak? What is that?
And I want to slash him down.
Yeah. With a 13. This goes exactly how you think it does, so I will hand off the narrative to you. What does it look like? He never stood a chance.
I like to imagine that he was probably trying to form weapons of his own to fight back, but my sword was just a little too big and a little too... he couldn't answer for the size of this thing. And I bring it down swiftly. It's very large, like I said, but it seems to move as though it's no effort at all. And it just slashes across the front of him, leaving like a purple wake behind, glowing, as I slash like diagonally across his chest.
And in that moment, his eyes also suddenly flare with that lilac energy. You feel that where you have cut, you have access to even more strength, but not now, not for this. The fight is won. And as you open your eyes, still standing there with that beautiful blade of metallic purple light, you see the halo of psionic knives around him shatter and break apart and scatter as he falls before you.
I'd like to look around for the Elder Mage.
Assess the situation for me.
That is going to be... I rolled 2 6s, so it's a 12.
Yeah. With a 12, you have a scan of the room. That darkness in the back is magical by nature, but you can reach out with this new, bizarre, powerful, terrifying, thrilling set of senses. And you reach back and you feel someone else in the room behind you, but you do not any longer sense the Mage Elder in front of you.
I'd like to recall the sword and make it smaller in my hand so that I'm not just like dragging it behind me as I run around. And without even turning around, I'm gonna just like kind of call over my shoulder. Emma, are you still gonna stop me as I leave here? I really don't want to fight you.
I never wanted to fight you. Mara, what are you doing?
My friends are in trouble. I may be safe here, but they're not.
Okay, I can hear. I hear her outside. I won't get in your way. You can go.
I'll see you at the dorm later.
Please be safe. And please believe me when I say that I thought I was doing what was right. I promise.
I know they have a way of lying to us. I won't hold that against you.
And as you turn, walk past her, out the front, towards Fee, who's still pinned in that strange array by the wall. Emma stares at you for a long moment, Mara. Large eyes full of a sea of emotions beyond description. She shakes her head a little, slowly and sadly. But she steps out of your path and the doorway and Fee beyond it. And you feel, Mara, a brief touch of warmth as her fingertips graze your arm as you pass through and out.
Charlie, you do realize that I don't actually know how to do tarot readings, right? This is just a scam that I've been running on campus.
I know. That's what made me realize you were awesome and not just some lame mage girl.
Hey,
Besides, Fee will believe anything I tell her. I once told her it was Earth custom to greet everybody with finger guns and a wink. She went around for a week winking at everybody before I told her the truth.
that is so embarrassing. You know, even as a mage, that's kind of a dick move.
No, it's not. It's hilarious. She's actually really cool, though. And super sweet. Okay, maybe it is a dick move. We shouldn't do this, huh?
No.
Too late! Hi, Fee! This is Mara. She's gonna do your reading, okay?
Hey. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have too many words on my clothes today.
No.
I don't-
She's gonna predict your future using the cards. Just watch.
So, here on Earth, we have a thing called tarot reading. It's a way to predict the future, and it's kind of like...
What a strange girl. I'm not sure what I expected based on what Charlie told me. I mean, she did say Fee was a literal alien. I guess I can see why Charlie hangs around with her, though. She's so excited. Like, she genuinely appreciates what I'm telling her, and she hangs on to my every word with such trust. It's kind of nice to be treated like that. Makes me feel bad for helping Charlie with this prank, though.
I want to be upfront about that. So I'm going to lay some cards down in front of you. Hopefully all good. Most of the time they are. Are you ready? Oh, wow. That one's... Let's just go on to the second one. Oh, no. I was hoping against that one. But we still have a chance for the third path. Oh.
Wait, what is it? Just you can tell me, because I can take it.
Unfortunately, Fee, I'm seeing a great misfortune in your future.
Misfortune?
I'm talking plague, famine, maybe even worse.
Oh, Grife.
But there is a way to turn the tables on this and get a good future.
Wait, how?
Give me a second. Oh. No. You.
What?
You. Yes, you. You must do a good deed for Fee to change the possibilities of this bad future ahead of her.
Oh, Charlie, please. I don't want to catch the famine.
Wow. Tarot cards are being real jerks today, huh, Mara?
You know, Charles, the cards don't lie. I just read them.
Fine. Want to get ice cream? My treat.
Will ice cream help take the famine away?
Sure.
Oh, in that case, just to be safe, we should probably get Mara some ice cream too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie, you wouldn't want to upset the cards, do you?
No.
I guess not.
I need to go find a will. I don't know.
Charlie, you do realize that I don't actually know how to do tarot readings, right? This is just a scam that I've been running on campus.
I know. That's what made me realize you were awesome and not just some lame mage girl.
Hey,
Besides, Fee will believe anything I tell her. I once told her it was Earth custom to greet everybody with finger guns and a wink. She went around for a week, winking at everybody before I told her the truth.
That is so embarrassing. You know, even as a mage, that's kind of a dick move.
No, it's not. It's hilarious. She's actually really cool, though. And super sweet. Okay, maybe it is a dick move. We shouldn't do this, huh?
No.
Too late! Hi, Fee! This is Mara. She's gonna do your reading, okay?
Hey. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have too many words on my clothes today.
No. She's gonna predict your future using the cards. Just watch.
So, here on Earth, we have a thing called tarot reading.
I can't believe I did the finger gun thing again, even after Charlie told me not to. I hope I didn't ruin this interaction. Charlie said Mara was really cool, and I should meet her. She does seem like a very nice person, and didn't act too weirded out by me. Yes, I've decided to be her friend. She is very cool. Well, I am the opposite. My hands are sweating so much. Why are they doing this? At least her voice is soothing. It's comforting listening to her speak. Oh, wait. I should be listening to what she's saying.
Hopefully all good. Most of the time they are. Are you ready? Oh, wow. That one's... Let's just go on to the second one. Oh, no. I was hoping against that one. But we still have a chance for the third path. Oh.
Wait, what is it? Just, you can tell me, because I can take it.
Unfortunately, Fee, I'm seeing a great misfortune in your future.
Misfortune?
I'm talking plague, famine, maybe even worse.
Oh, Grife.
But there is a way to turn the tables on this and get a good future.
Wait, how?
Give me a second. Oh. No. You.
What?
You. Yes, you. You must do a good deed for Fee to change the possibilities of this bad future ahead of her.
Oh, Charlie, please. I don't want to catch the famine.
Wow. Tarot cards are being real jerks today, huh, Mara?
You know, Charles, the cards don't lie. I just read them.
Fine. Want to get ice cream? My treat.
Will ice cream help take the famine away?
Sure.
Oh, in that case, just to be safe, we should probably get Mara some ice cream too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie, you wouldn't want to upset the cards, do you?
No.
I guess not.
I need to go find a will. I don't know.
Charlie, you stand in front of Dante, stunned, reeling with the weight of what you've learned. You don't want to believe it. But do you?
Can I roll to pierce his mask to see if I can tell?
Please do.
I rolled a 7, but can I use a plus to make it a 10?
Yeah, absolutely. How many do you all have left?
2.
That's fine. With a 10, you see that Dante, for all of his machinations, for all of his power, is utterly sincere in this moment. You believe him. And now I need both of you in this stunned silence, this closing of the inseparable rift between you. I need you both to roll to assess the situation, as something may or may not snap you from this reverie and shared camaraderie.
I rolled an 8.
Rolled a 5.
Go ahead and mark potential, and I'll take that hard move. And with an 8, Charlie, your attention is snapped from Dante's hazel gaze as you hear something scraping, running. And you turn just in time to see the walls crash in. You leap away, and as the dust settles, you see your friend, maybe you never really knew who he was, but you see Daniel wearing a super suit, and beside him, a massive, snarling mech lion.
Dante?
Behind him,
Almost had me convinced. All your talk about causing peace, trying to control these people. But you
and
forgot one thing.
I'm going to use my heart move right away because it was such a beautiful gift. As two soldiers follow you in, Daniel, and you're going to have to take a powerful blow because you were pretty focused on your brother and your situational awareness wasn't what it usually is. Unless, Charlie, despite everything you've heard, you'd like to intervene on his behalf.
Right now, I'm not really sure what his plan is, so I want to step back.
Okay. What'd you roll, Daniel?
Seven.
With the 7, you're going to choose one from the Take a Powerful Blow list. You can either lash out verbally at Charlie, who you saw plainly step away from you, didn't signal you that you were about to get hit. She just stared and stepped away. Or you could give your opposition an opportunity, or you can struggle past the pain as you are tackled by these guards and mark 2 conditions. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna allow the guards to hit me.
What 2 conditions are you going to take, Daniel?
I'll take angry and afraid.
How many conditions do you have marked, Daniel?
2.
Just 2? All right, well, just consider this a gentle reminder that you're not a Nova anymore, and conditions hurt. But it's your turn. What do you want to do?
You forgot one thing, Dante. You threatened me, you threatened this whole world, but you threatened her. Corndog, stick 'em! So Corndog shoots out these spikes that shoot directly at one of the guards, gets hit and flashed on the floor.
You gotta roll for that, son, but thank you.
Oh, don't hurt
Please
Corey.
roll. Please roll to directly engage a threat.
8.
And Charlie, you are 100% gonna mark a condition as Daniel came to your defense despite your action.
I took guilty.
Yeah. What'd you roll, Daniel?
8.
Do you want to add a +3?
Better not.
Yes.
Highly recommend it. Oh yeah. Remember, this is an area of effect, so you don't hit one guard, you hit. Now, Daniel, are these the probe quills or the exploding quills?
They're not exploding. They just trapped They just trapped them.
What if I told you that armor is very good? And these quills do one of 2 things. They either take data or they explode.
Oh. So, actually, instead, I'm gonna say Corndog, fry them. So I'm gonna use the exploding ones.
Nice. And yeah, these are buried into their armor and they kind of, both guards sort of stagger back like, ah! Oh, okay. I thought these were much scarier before, and then they all suddenly explode, shattering off like the heavy bits of their armor, sort of leaving them in this like all black Under Armour outfit. Oh God. I'm gonna go get my, one of them turns and immediately bolts away.
When that one runs away, I'm gonna say Corndog, catch up. And then I make the Corndog, and they make Corndog run and catch up to them.
You can certainly try, but I get to go too. You know that, right?
Yes.
All right. So you send Corndog away, and you're standing there in front of the other guard. And neither of you have powers, but one of you is trained for this. And he's gonna turn and swing at you. So I would like you to roll defend yourself, please. Actually, hold on. I have another spicy move. You don't even have to roll. Take a condition as he decks you and knocks you down to the ground.
Get him, Coop.
Okay, guilty.
Get him.
Yeah. So why don't you roll? As you get knocked down to the ground, you feel a really unflattering bit of a pop sound in your jaw. It hurt, but you're still able to move. What is Corndog doing in this moment? Go ahead and roll directly engage a threat for me as your mech lion. 6 'em.
11.
Oh my God.
All right.
Would you like to describe what it looks like?
Yeah, I was just whacked by that guard.
Yeah.
That hurt a lot. But you know what? I could do that too. Corndog, batter up. And then
Wait, did you send Corndog after the guard? You sent the Corndog after the guard that was running, yeah?
The one that hit me.
So you want to bring it back to attack the one that hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So Corndog, that was like chasing down the coward, suddenly turns on its heel, and instead of turning around, the turning radius in this fairly small room is nothing. It's not nearly enough for this lion. Then again, it's not a lion. It's not even an animal. And it bends backwards at an impossible angle, and its entire body, its entire configuration twists in the air, reorienting itself back towards you, and faster than you could expect, stands over you, guarding you, to attack the soldier unfortunate enough to hit you. What do you want it to do with an 11?
Batter up. And it uses its tail and swings at the guard.
Sweet. It swings its tail out, sort of protecting you with its upper body and twisting its lower body out and around. And the sheer force behind this whip motion knocks the unarmored guard through the drywall and out the room. He is down, and the other is out. And Daniel, you can come back to your feet, mech lion at your side, and finally face off against your brother, the source of all of these problems, the danger, the threat.
You know, Dante, this armor's pretty good. Thanks for the test.
Daniel, I'm disappointed. You are proving to me that you are weak.
Dante,
Life is not a comic book.
Dante, in your ear, you hear that voice that tells you, just summon me, summon the armor. We can take him. He's just a little boy, a fool that doesn't know what he's getting himself into. It isn't a comic book. This is the real world, and sometimes little brothers need to learn hard lessons. And as you step forward, Dante, as this confrontation happens, I forgot to ask Charlie, where are you and what are you doing? Oops.
I started to back away while everything was unfolding to see when he busted in the room which side he was taking and what was about to happen. So as I was backing up, I bumped into the dean's desk that's behind me. And I put my arm behind me and I grab the name card that they have on the desk.
Oh yeah, the little placard that says Dean Frost.
I feel that in my hand.
It's heavy.
It's a little bit hefty. And I know that Dante has this. So I pick it up and I hit Dante over the back of the head.
Please roll to directly engage a threat with advantage, Charlie King.
I didn't need it. I rolled a 13.
Oh my God. Dante, as you step forward, you feel your hand itching to reach for the mask, to summon the bots, to face down your problem of a brother. And before you do, everything goes to black as you are knocked unconscious by the irascible Charlie King. And from there, we're going to cut back to the Mage Sanctum, where Fee and Mara together now stand in the front yard of this hidden Mage Sanctum, facing off against still a full dozen massive, malicious marble statues. But you're together now. You can help each other out.
Mara,
And it's your turn to go.
Mara, I found you.
Yeah, you did. I'll ask you what you're up to in a second.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta figure this out.
Yep. I have robot eyes now.
And I'd like to ready my sword in front of me at all these statues.
All right. Do you want to do an attack?
Can I hold my move as a reaction?
This isn't D&D. Of course you can.
Cool.
So, yeah, Fee, what do you want to do in this moment?
I have 1 burn left, right?
Yeah. No, you have 2 burn left because you didn't say anything about controlling collateral damage, and why would you? It's a field full of things that needed hitting.
You're right. Okay. So I'm pinned down, right, with these 3 statues?
You're sort of under it. I'm not going to say you're pinned. You're just
Wait, she's
starting.
pinned?
I said she wasn't pinned. She's in a crouch below a very angry statue.
I'm a little crunched.
She's a little crunched.
If I knew she was crunched, I wouldn't have just stood there.
Well, you have to
was
be an
crunched.
active listener.
I also said robot eyes instead of robot. I hate myself.
What would you like to
conditions.
do?
I'm a little bit drunk with hits.
Respect.
Yeah. I'm gonna do reality storm, and I'm gonna heck these statues up. I'm gonna do an explosive burst of pink water. I'm gonna use that fist again. I'm just gonna Mara's here now. Just throw it back, and punch these dudes off and away from me to create some space in between us, to hopefully set up Mara for an attack.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'd also like to roll to make sure that what was it? To engage a threat, so it's safe. Use my other burn.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, you can use those both. Go ahead and roll directly engage a threat, but you can use your freak instead of danger.
Cool. It's a 10.
Yeah. Why don't you describe for me what it looks like?
After Fee had locked eyes on Mara and said the robot eyes thing, she's thinking, oh man, that was real stupid. I look like crap and I just said my eyes are robots. But so she gets kind of mad and she's like, man, now it's my time to look cool. And I want Fee to pull her fists back against the wall, and as she pushes them forward, have the giant pink water fists engulf her actual fists and punch the heckin' hay out of these statues, hopefully leaving them crumbling just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You do that, and it ends up clearing half of the field. What's left of the ones that are humanoid shaped are these just sort of large blocks of lower halves of billowing robes that still move as though the rest of them still existed. It's honestly pretty disturbing to look at. And you see as they all sort of break down, reduce themselves to rubble. And for a second, you think that maybe it's over. But then it starts to build up and pick up, and that rubble turns into a massive storm of detritus that will hail down on you both. But before it can slam into you, someone was holding their action. What
So
would you like to do?
it looks like you described it as like a swirling form of like all this marble.
Yeah.
And it's coming down at us.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to draw the blade across my wrist so I can pull more energy out and have a second item to hold through my newfound powers. So I'm going to cut my hand, and you watch the blood just for a second before it turns purple form into this big shield that engulfs my arm. And then I look at the other one and form it as well so I can clash the two together and step over Fee and hold them up above me to shield us from this debris.
And as you clash them together, go ahead and roll defend for me with advantage, because that's very, very cool.
Oh my gosh, I rolled 2 6s again.
Oh my God, thank you. Good job, Dice. We're proud of Dice today.
are loving me today.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start, and then you're gonna tell me how it
It's a
finishes.
14, by the way.
I didn't need to know after 12. It was a million.
Just wanted you to know.
I needed to
Thank you.
know. I love
I
that.
did need to know, and I'm very proud of you and your dice. So you step in front of Fee, and Fee, in this moment, you have always known Mara to be defensive. You're confused and excited about whatever's happening with her blood and that purple energy, this metallic substance that she can manipulate. But you have never seen her more in her element, more in control, and more effective than right now. And as she sends these two silvery purple shields together, a massive ringing shoots out. It reduces the entirety of the Mage Sanctum to rubble. And with it, as the energy sort of leaves but still maintains its velocity, as all of that sort of sentient rubble crashes down onto you, it gets scattered away. Mara, you barely feel it. You can hear it clattering against your defenses, but what are they to you in this moment? So I'm gonna say, Mara, you have one more action. Tell me how this fight is ended.
Are there any more statues around, or is it just the rubble that clattered?
It's just the rubble. It was its sort of last-ditch effort to become sort of an effective deterrent to any that would enter the Mage Sanctum.
Gosh. So the building is like not there anymore.
Nope. The chair is, though. We love a symbol.
I'd love to just send all that rubble directly onto the chair. Either destroy it or cover it up, or because it's like a symbol at this point. And I want to send a message.
You grab a hold. Fee, you're able to see. Mara is doing this almost without thinking. She feels all of it, but Fee, you can see it as the silvery purple of her shield gets scattered out and away and forms little spider webs, wrapping itself delicately around all of this rubble, turning it, crushing it, forming it into a point that she sends carelessly into the ruin of the Mage Sanctum and through that last symbol of mage supremacy, the throne chair, and reduces it to splinters.
So you have robot eyes?
I think I have heart eyes right now, if I could be honest. That was amazing.
I think I have some stuff to tell you.
Me too.
And in that moment of relief, we cut back to Riftside Academy, where Charlie and Daniel, you now have managed to leave the administrative building. You are back on the campus proper, but that's where all of the soldiers are. You're together. You have your mech lion. I don't know where you stand, but we'll find out. As a couple waves of soldiers turn, clock you, and begin to move towards you. What do you want to do?
Nice hit, Charlie. Guess you need my help back there.
Daniel, remind me to apologize to you later, but right now I think we need to go. And I want to grab his hand, and I'm going to pull him towards the nearest wall because I'm going to pull us right through it to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, why?
Remember how I mentioned that leashes are strange? You were leashed for a little bit.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5? Mm-hmm. That's fine. Take the potential as I take an opportunity. And in a beautiful echo of the first time that you and Daniel met, where you encouraged him to run full force at a wall. Charlie, you smack into this wall. You see it flit in and out of existence. But so do you. It's not consistent. Your powers, they're still there. You can feel it, but they feel off, confused, addled by the leash that you were wearing before. And you cannot phase through this wall.
Ooh, are you okay?
Yeah, Daniel, I can't get us out of here. My powers aren't working still from the nerf. You took it off, but they're kind of fuzzy.
Okay, got a lot to catch up on. Funny thing, I disengaged my powers as well. But this is decommissioned mech lion, and
Corn Dog gives you a little bow.
I actually have an idea. We have to get out of here. So, can me and Charlie mount the mech lion?
You absolutely can. I have a question for you, Daniel. How do you communicate primarily? Is it orders with Corn Dog?
Yes, it's orders.
So
I've
what
only
do you
programmed a
tell?
couple so far.
Yeah, what do you say to get Corn Dog to allow this to happen? Or do you say anything?
I haven't figured out this one yet, so I just say, Corn Dog, can we go on top of you?
And Corn Dog gives you a look, and you see that its eyes sort of focus like a camera lens as they narrow at you. There is more to Corn Dog than meets the eye, and after a second's hesitation, sort of dips down to allow you to clamber up.
Okay.
Pre-programmed something for that yet, but let's go.
Looks like you got some training to do on this thing.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe you can help hack the brain a little bit more. I was only able to figure out a couple of commands.
I can definitely try.
As Daniel mentions hack, Charlie, can you roll plus superior for me?
Okay. 11.
Ooh. With an 11, your mind sort of goes back. You are literally sitting on top of DRD tech. And then you are very aware of that watch, the present, the bracelet from Dante. What did you do with it? Did you put it on?
I did.
Interesting. Would you like to interact with it at all, Charlie King?
I would.
So the moment hacking is mentioned, you actually go to work, start fidgeting with this bracelet. And I need you to roll plus freak for me. With advantage.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
With an 11, the moment you achieve whatever this bracelet's equivalent to on is, something powerful happens. Your awareness, Charlie, is pulled into the bracelet, into that tech that you understand now. DRD tech intersects with, understands, reads, vibes with these abilities that the Unleashed have. You know that Daniel's ring was mage wrought. He explained that to you. You've heard it over time. You've seen how the tattoos and the physical leashes worked in Riftside, and you know that this is like that. But it has all of the markings of human ingenuity, Dante's ingenuity, Daniel's ingenuity, your ingenuity, and you are suddenly aware of yourself in a way that you have never been before. Charlie, you see yourself as the bracelet sees you, full of potential, not just for phasing. That's the easy thing. That's the reactive thing. That's just the beginning. You can phase your molecules in and out of existence to pass through whatever obstacles there may be. An instinct to flee, per your personality up to this point. But it can do so much more than that. You can do so much more than that. And Charlie King, you can feel the molecules of the wall in front of you, the one that barred your access before. And you know that you don't need to phase, because you can touch all of the atoms around you. And as your awareness comes back to yourself, with that little hint, what would you both like to do as the troops get ever closer and you see them beginning to raise and level their weapons at you?
Are we already on the back of the lion?
I assume so.
I assume I'm behind Daniel if he's driving. I have my one arm around his waist, but my other arm that's wearing the watch, am I in reaching distance of the wall?
Oh yeah, my assumption is that Daniel and the lion came over to you where you had kind of bonked the wall. So you are an arm's length away.
I'm gonna put my hand on the wall and feel for all of its molecules, and I want to try to tear them away.
Charlie, please roll one more time to unleash your powers with advantage.
I rolled another 11.
Beautiful. Let me be very clear before I describe what happens next. This bracelet doesn't heighten your power. This is your power, Charlie. You see it now. And maybe because of the way leashing works and the surges and fluctuations, you don't know if this is forever, but you know that it's within you. As you reach out, and at the very first touch of your fingertip to that wall, Daniel, you see, as Charlie closes her eyes, and this massive 3-foot thick cement wall blinks in and out of existence. And then, with a low tearing sound, almost below your ability to hear it, the atoms scream away from each other. And what was once a wall is now a cloud of rapidly dissipating smoke.
Oh my God, Charlie, you broke through the leash. How did you do that?
I don't know.
That was crazy. That was amazing.
We'll figure out how I did that later. Maybe we should get out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Corn shark, let's roll.
Daniel.
Corn dog. Not corn shark.
Corn dog. Thanks for coming back for me, Daniel.
I have one more hard move, and I'm going to use it now because you didn't address the problem that I kept putting in front of you. The guards were coming, and the weapons are hot. And with my hard move, they don't hit you, but they do hit the bracelet. It shatters and scatters off of your wrist, Charlie. And that connection that you felt with the world goes away. And your powers, so keenly understood, flitter and flicker in and out again. Those guards are still there and they're coming. And the victory that you just felt was short-lived. So what do you want to do? Charlie, please take a condition. I would love it if you took hopeless for me.
It's my fourth one.
Yep.
I'm seeing that Charlie is feeling. I see the fear in her eyes and the hopelessness in her eyes, and that she's slowly seeing all the guards. I grab Charlie and I hug her. Charlie, you broke through the leash. You did that. That was on you. You took down my brother, the head of this terrible organization. You fixed it by yourself. You didn't even need me, Charlie. You have so much power in you. You can do this. I just saw it.
That's not exactly the whole truth. You really believe in me that much?
Daniel, please roll to unleash your powers with advantage.
10.
At the contact, something happens. Charlie, it feels almost like you're wearing the bracelet again.
Charlie,
You
I believe
feel
in you
every
more
part of
than
yourself.
You'll ever know.
The soldiers are coming. And Charlie, you are stronger than ever. What do you want to do?
Did we break through the wall?
The wall is gone.
Can I also try to take away some of the ground under the guards' feet?
I would love it if you did so. Please roll to unleash your powers with advantage.
Okay. 12.
Charlie, you reach out with a hand, and even at this point, without touching the wall, without interacting, you feel the atoms below those soldiers' feet, and you ask, without asking, without words, for them to scatter, and they do. And the soldiers drop 30 feet out of sight as a massive crater opens below them. The way is clear.
Daniel, you're right. I did that.
Oh my god.
I did that.
Yes. We should probably still
We should go.
get out of here. Yeah. Before more people
Okay.
come.
Good call.
Yeah.
Corndog roars his approval and turns and gallops out and away.
Whoa. Okay. First time.
as you
first
got-
time trying this.
As you guys hold on tight and ride into the night, we cut back once more to the sanctum. The woods, where Fee and Mara, you have fought off so much. You've been through a lot today, but it's not over. And even Lou, who has overexerted herself in order to try to give you guys a safe path, missed a guard patrol. And as you come around a corner past a copse of trees and through a clearing, you see 4 soldiers, 2 mech lions, standing in front of you, snarling. What do you do?
What are we gonna do? Mar, we gotta run.
No, I got hurt pretty bad back there by Ransom. I don't know if I can run.
I don't know if I could run either, actually. I was hoping maybe you would carry me. Okay, then we fight, right?
Yeah.
I don't have much left in me, but
Call me crazy here. But, remember the water slide?
I tried to forget.
I don't know if I could take out four DRD troopers and 2 mech lions. I don't even know if I could take out 2 in 1.
Well,
I just leveled a building. I'm pretty spent right now.
Yeah. I mean...
Look, I'll tell you more about this later, but everything they told us about, like, I want to say everything is wrong. It's still really dangerous to cross classes, but I'm done playing by their rules, you know?
You want us to combine our powers?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at with the water slide thing.
Mara, what if I hurt you?
I don't think you will. I believe that you won't. I trust you, Fee.
I don't trust myself. Okay, though, I don't think we have much of a choice.
No, you don't. As the two lions take off towards you, and in the same motion, all four of the DRD soldiers raise their weapons, and you hear that whine that signals the burst of light that will take your powers from you. You have one action to take. What do you do, both of you?
I want to run and hug Mara, and then just go for a reality storm. Just like burst.
Mara, what do you do in this moment?
I'm gonna wrap my arms around Fee, and then turn and push my hands out as I unleash my powers towards the guards.
I would like both of you to roll to unleash your powers with disadvantage. Oops.
Oh. A +3 on deck.
There's no way to know. Yeah, you got one.
All right. I got a 7.
I got an 8.
Those are both successes. And Mara, you couldn't understand, you could barely see through that vision what that combination of powers must have looked like. But here at the center of it, you feel it. As you both combine your powers and stand at the heart of a storm of your own creation. It is a massive wave of force that flattens the terrain around you. Dirt, it levels a small cliff. Hills are excavated deep, and plants, that shrubby chaparral bush is thrown up and scattered away. And there is no sign of the guards or the mech lions. Just the two of you standing in the wreckage of your abilities. Your ears ring and your skin prickles as though you've been sunburned. Neither of you probably even know what that is. The space between you feels empty of everything: air, life, magic, light. And you can't help but be shaken, truly and fundamentally shaken by the destructive power of that event. But you're safe. For now.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.